Right, so first, please go to Robot for All and access this one, right? So this is the course material. Okay, so once you can access this, so just a brief recap to show you what we have done. So on the first day, we have show you, I've shown you like how to use the system, like the robot, what are the components, remember, like how many cameras you have, what are the features that this robot can do, right? Then after that, I show you the ROS basic. So during the ROS basic, first I show you how to create a package, and I show you what is a workspace. Okay, so I hope you remember this. So in the workspace, we create a package. Then after that, we learn how to compile, how to build. Right. So once you have your package ready, you can create nodes inside the package. Okay, and particularly what we have learned is the talker and listener. So we created talker and listener. And talker basically is the example to show you how to create a publisher. And listener is to show you how to create a subscriber. Right. So these two are fundamental so that the node can communicate with each other, can pass the message and so on. Right. Okay. So this is what you have learned in ROS basic. So on the first day. Right. Then after that, on the second day, actually on the first day, yeah. So we go to model number 2, which is this speech synthesis and recognition. Right. So for speech synthesis and recognition, in the normal term is TTS and SR, right? So TTS stands for text to speech, and SR is speech recognition. Okay, and we have the offline. If you open up the materials, we have the offline mode and also the online mode. But because of the time constraint, I can only show you the online mode, which is we use the Google API, speech API. So basically, you use your microphone, you capture what we have said, you send to Google Cloud. It gives you it do the magic, and then it tell you what is the result. Send to your terminal, so you get the text, right? So that is speech recognition. Then when you want the robot to say something, you type with, for example, a line, "Hello world, how are you today?" or whatever. You type in text, and then you send this text to Google. Again, you use the API send to Google server. Then it will do the magic. It come back with the result. Then the result we save locally as a WAV file, the MP3, and then we use a player, which is an MPG 321, to play it out. Then you can hear, "Hello, how are you?" or whatever, right? So that is the TTS. So on the second day, I show you these two new nodes, right? And then you copy these two nodes, the PY file, you put in your package. Remember, you put in your package, then you can use it. So you just run according to the instruction, you run it, and then you can use. Then the first exercise that I want you to do is to combine these two together. So how to combine? Using publish subscribe. Because you have two nodes, so it's very similar like talker and listener. Talker is listener, talker send, listener receive. Publish and subscribe, yes.
Yeah, by the way, do you want to start the live?
Do what is the what?
The live.
The live, I already started. Yeah.
Yeah, on the other room.
Yes.
Because your laptop is closed.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry. Can you just help to set up the live for them?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so what you've done, yeah. So from the talker and listener, okay, I show you the code, everything, you know how to publish and subscribe while the topic, right? Okay, then from the speech synthesis and recognition, so this is the first real application. Okay, so you have something that you send any word into the node, it will read out. Then you have another node that when you run, you will listen to what you say and tell you what is the content. Right? So your first application is combine these two to make an FAQ robot. FAQ robot means you ask one question. For example, you ask question A, then the robot is supposed to answer you answer A. You ask question B, the robot is supposed to answer you answer B, and so on. So you just need to build up your if else, the database. Then that is the most simple form of chatbot. Okay, so I believe up to this point you can do that. You just need to learn up the details, for example, the syntax, the way how you want to put file together, and so on. Right. So important thing is you know the concept. Right. So after you have done that, then after that I show you the vision. Right. So we have the RGBD sensing, the OpenCV application. So the RGBD sensing, basically I show you how to get the data from the visual sensor, which is the RGBD sensor. So yesterday you saw like two sets of data, one from the color sensor, which is give you like your camera webcam, right? And then another set is the depth sensor, which is a 3D distant image, right? You got the depth image, which tell you in each point what is the XYZ. Okay, so you have these two sets. So with these two sets, you can do a lot of visual application. But yesterday I only showed you the color side. Today I'm going to show you the depths, how we can use the depth information to do something, right? So yesterday I showed you for OpenCV, I showed you a few examples. First, the color tracking, right? You remember the cam shift. If you run the cam shift, then you select one color on the screen, then it will start to track, right? Right? Okay, then I show you, once you can track the thing, I show you how to actually read from the topic to find out the center point of the tracking region, right? So if you subscribe to that topic, you basically get the XY, and what you can do a lot of things. For example, you want to build a robot to follow a red ball or something, all right? Or you want to build a robot to track the movement of something with color or something, right? Then you no need to do anything on the tracking, you just need to subscribe, which is same as your public subscribe, you just need to subscribe to the topic that give you the XY, and then you can do whatever application you like, right? Okay, so the same concept can apply to face detection. Remember, yesterday I showed you the example, face detection, when you run the thing, your face appear in front of the camera, it will probably goes up. And even if you go closer, you can even see the position of your eye. Okay, so that is face detection. And the second one, maybe you haven't tried, the face recognition, which is you use the face detection, okay, but it adds one more layer, which is after it can find, okay, so this region is a face. You can tell the algorithm or tell the program, this face belongs to Alex, for example, or Anthony. Okay, then you capture a few images as a sample. Then after that, when you rerun the program, it will not only detect but tell you who is that person. That is face recognition. And same thing, you can actually get the center point of the face and also the name. Right, so you just subscribe the topic, then basically you can, like, for example, you do a retail robot, so maybe a hotel receptionist. So when you detect someone coming, approach, okay, you can say, good morning, sir, good morning, madam. If you don't know, which means a new customer, then you can say, do you want to book a room or whatever? Okay. Then after that, the next day, the same customer or the same client or the guest come in front of it, then you can recognize. Then you can say, good morning, something, Anthony or Mr. Anthony or something, what can I help you today? right? So you can add more intelligence as you add in more, add in more application, right? And you can add all these things without rewriting all the code. Because like the speech part is already there, you can just add the image part, add other things and so on, right? So you can basically add everything and make your program getting more and more intelligent, more and more functional, right? By just connecting more nodes. Okay, so that is how the ROS works. Okay, then I supposed to show you one example that to use the depth sensor, okay, the distance sensor to do some application, which is the follow me. We call it the follow me example, which is we will use the sensor down there, basically get the 3D to detect some object in front, okay, some volume in front by using the depth sensor. Because once you depth sensor, you hit something, you basically have a lot of point. So this is what we call the point cloud. Okay, so once you have the point cloud, we will analyze, we'll do some simple calculation to see whether it is big enough as like a human. And then when it is big enough, which means got enough point, then it will find the centroid. Right? Then it will start to follow the person. So that is a follower program. I'm going to demonstrate this to you after this. Okay, but let me finish first. Then this is one example. Then last thing that you have done yesterday, remember, is the SLAM, right? SLAM map building. Okay, you remember what you have done yesterday? So you run all the code, like you bring up the robots, then you run the G mapping with the RP radar, then you open up your RVs, and then you control your robot at your. Okay, so you will let, the thing that is spinning down there, can you see? Okay, so that is the LiDAR. So what the LiDAR give you is different from RGBD. RGBD is a 3D and give you color and depth information. This LiDAR is just a laser scan, 2D, right? So this laser scan, it will give you the distance in this 2D, but it is much more accurate than the RGBD in terms of distance, further, and less noise. So that's why when you run just one round, you can see like it actually capture all the wall and give you very precise, very nice straight line of the wall. Although your robot is moving like this, right? Yesterday a lot of you moving like this, but you still can get very nice, like the wall, the boundary, and so on. Okay, so the sensor is amazing for this SLAM. So after that, I'm supposed to show you how to use the map to do navigation. Navigation means once I have the map, right, I will tell the robot, okay, so you are at this XYZ, please go to point B, which is located at this XY. Sorry, not XY, Z. It's not flying, so XY. So XY and over there XY. Then once you give the XY, the robot will automatically, okay, so that is the algorithm down there. We are not going to talk about the algorithm. It will do the path planning. Okay, it will do because you have the map, you know all the obstacles, you know what is the free space. So we use algorithm. One of the algorithm that if you want to know more about the algorithm, for example, the A-star algorithm. I'm not sure if you heard about A-star algorithm. It's one of the algorithm that to do path planning. Okay, so you do the path planning, it will give you a line from this point to the point B or point A. Then the robot will start to move. One step, do localization, see if there is any obstacle, then one more step until we reach the point. So if in the middle, someone actually blocked, for example, like, I don't know, your cat or whoever that stand in front, which is that thing is dynamic, it's not appear when you build the map, so that is what we call obstacle or dynamic obstacle. Then it will start to, it will detect, then it will do again another round of path planning to reroute or to find another way to reach the goal. So it is dynamically update itself, the location, which is we call it the localization, and also the changing of the surrounding. Right. So even though you have dynamic obstacle, it will still like reroute and eventually find the route to reach the final destination. Okay, so that is what I'm going to show you in the autonomous navigation. Okay, So this morning I'm going to show you two things. First, I will show you a simple one, which is a follower. So how to do the follower. Then after that, I'm going to show you this autonomous navigation. But before that, maybe I need to ask you to do the map again, because I'm going to ask you to show me the map that you have built yesterday, and I will tell you what is the problem. Okay, so that you learn what is the problem, then you are going to do the map again, right? To improve your map. Then we will do the autonomous navigation script. So basically, this morning, I will show you all this. All right? Up to this point, you have anything to ask? No? Okay, this afternoon, okay, so because I need you to prepare, so I'm going to tell you what to do this afternoon first before I start the class. So this afternoon, we are going to do group presentation. Okay, because I speak to you for two-day class. So this afternoon is the time for you to tell me what you have learned. Okay, and who is going to join the competition next week? You guys, right? Two of you? Okay, right. So because they're also joining and they are using the pepper, you guys are using this robot, right? Yeah, because I'm not sure if you know how to use the pepper. If you are using this robot, then both of you and then you have to be two separate teams, right?
T'es sûr? Enfin, là, on va demande si pour la RoboCup, la semaine prochaine, t'es robots, c'est ça.
We use Ynov.
En fait, c'est.
You use what?
We use Lego robots. It has nothing to do with this.
Oh, you want to use the robot? Where is the robot?
No, we use Lego robots.
I understand.
Not other events.
Yeah, so you want to use that robot for the competition?
Là, la semaine prochaine, c'est soit vous utilisez celui-là, soit le pepper.
Ah,
La semaine prochaine, il y a la RoboCup.
No,
Yeah, they will have two separate teams.
yeah, so they will do separate. Yes, you can use any robot. You can use your Lego robot as well, but you need to see how to use the robot to complete the task, which I'm going to explain the task to you right now. Because for open platform, basically you can use anything. Doesn't matter. But if you have no robot, you can use this one. Okay, we have two actually, but one Italian team will be using. Right, so we have one more that you use for this. Okay, right. So for this afternoon, okay, so I want you to go to our site. So this is RoboCup@homeeducation.org. So this is our at-home education page. You go to this one. So this one. Okay, so this is the competition for next week. Okay, whether you join or not, I welcome you to have a look. Okay, I will be there. So if you want this website, this workshop information, for example, we have the video. You can see the video later and the access of the materials. And we actually have another site event, the simulation, but yeah, that is another story. Okay, so I want you to scroll to these rules. Okay, so if you look at this rule, we have two. So one is the at-home rules, and another one is the rules 2023. 2023, yes. Okay, so this is the at-home rule, and this one is the at-home education rule. So at home and at-home education, I need to explain. So at home is the original RoboCup major league for service robot development. Okay, so that is the at home. Okay, and at home is a very serious competition. It's very hard. Okay, because basically all the teams, they are either PhD student, postdoc, and so on. They are building the robot that really do the housework. Okay, so it's a very challenging event. Okay, but we want to encourage more people like you to start joining, start building robots, and so on. So it is not easy for you to join at home because it's very challenging. You go in and everyone is like, the robot is like moving, talking, and doing things, and you still try to move your robots. Okay, so the gap is quite big. But we want to prepare you to join at home in future. So that's why we have at home education. So at home education, as you can see, we have this workshop to help you. So even like you are 16, right? You can see all the at home people, they are 20, 30, and so on. Okay, so you are the youngest actually in that group. Okay, so for at home education, we try to make the challenge, we still use the same rules, but we try to make the scoring, we try to make your participation less difficult. Okay, less difficult so that you can join. and we will help you. For example, like now I do the workshop to teach you how those things work. So that is what we do in at-home education. The name is education, is to let more people. So there is two sets. So we will actually refer to this set of rules. So this is the at-home education, at-home rules. Okay, but it's very long. This is 100 over pages. Okay, it's 100 over pages, and I think it has like 9 to 10 tasks for you to complete. So it's very complicated. So you can look at this. This is the at-home education rules, which is we simplified something. First, we selected 3 tasks. So next week, if you're joining, you have to do. We have 3 tasks for you to attend. Okay. So the 3 tasks is they are. If you look here, so over here, yes. Task number 1 is carry my luggage. Task number 2 is find my mates, and task number 3 is receptionist. Okay, right. So I briefly explained how this task, the operation of these 3 tasks. Maybe stand up. It's easier to explain. So if you scroll down to this, okay. So this is carry my luggage. Okay. So you imagine at home, normally we will have a model room, a model house that is supposed to have like several rooms inside. For adult education, usually we will have one model house which have 2 rooms. One is a living room, another one is a kitchen and bedroom. Right, then we have some entrance and some exit and so on. Okay, and some furniture inside there. So that is the game arena. Next week you go to the venue, you will see the arena. Okay, so this is what we call the arena. So for this carry my luggage, it will start from the living room inside the house. So in the living room, the background story of this carry my luggage is we have a party at home, or we have an event at home. So the guests, after everyone settled and we have come to the end of the party, so everyone is leaving. Okay, so for carry my luggage, basically is your robot is helping the guests to carry the luggage and send them off to their car outside of the house. So that is the story, right? Okay, so for carry my luggage, it will start in the living room where the party ends, then the living room. So the robot will come and talk to the guests. Okay, then on the floor, they will have like 2 bags, paper bags, small paper bags. Okay, first thing is the robot will ask the person, the guest, which bag to pick up. Right, so you need to detect the object. So usually for at-home education, we will put color paper on the bag so that you can use your color tracking or object tracking or whatever tracking to find which one and where is the location of the bag. So once you found the location of the bag, you can move your robot towards the bag and try to capture. Okay, I didn't show you how to use this, but basically you can move and then capture. The bag is something like this height. So it's just nice to capture, right? So you capture the bag, right? So, and then the guest will be pointing. So it won't tell you like which bag, but it will say, okay, this is my bag, right? Then robot goes. So how to do the pointing? Remember yesterday I showed you the open post. Remember open post that you track? Remember, right? So the open post basically give you this value. Okay, so we can try to do this. Okay, so then it will try to capture the bag. Then after that, it will say, okay, I've gotten your bag, and please lead me to your, because the robot doesn't know that where is the car, right? Because the car belongs to the guest. But then the operator or the human will start to go out from the living room. Yes.
Yeah. To detect all of these things, if someone buy a robot, for example, they will have OpenCV to use tracking for people, but to grab the bag, they will need reverse kinematic. For example,
Yes.
And
yes.
they have to do this by themselves.
We actually have an example that we have a QR code that you can do, but usually for at-home team, because you know the size of the bag, the height and everything, right? So all you need to do is if you can find the location of the bag, which is you can do it by the example that I give you, you can find XY, You just move your robot there and open. This sequence will be
Okay.
how to say, it's a pre-program, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a closed loop manipulation. Closed loop means this thing is going to move. You need to see that thing and you grab it, right? But for at-home education, most of the teams they will just do open. Okay, which means you assume because we know. I will tell you how big is the bag and where's the handle. You know where is it.
That's funny.
I mean, we have to reduce the difficulty.
Yeah.
So that it's achievable for you. Okay. You can do that, but some of the team they will don't do this thing. They just detect where is the bag. All right, and say that okay, please hang the bag on my hand. So you can move your arm like this, and then the human can actually hang it on the hand and close it and you can move. Okay, why? Because when you look at the score, this one you have to be a bit more technical, right? So you can see, pick up the correct bag. Okay, for at-home education, we split to two parts. If you can detect the select bag, which means you can show us a photo with the boundary box of the bag. Okay, which means you do some image processing and you found the bag, you get 50 points. Then take the selected bag, which means if you can grab it automatically, you get another 50. But if you cannot grab it automatically, you just put up your hand and say, okay, please hang the bag on my hand. You hang it, or hang on the robot, this one. Okay, you don't lose any point, you just don't get the 50, but you can proceed with the competition. In at home, if you cannot do this, no more. Done. Right, so that is so difficult, right? Okay, so that's why you can try your best to see how to grab, but if you cannot, just detect will give you point as well. All right. Then after that, you need to follow the person. So then the person will start to move, go out from the apartment. Then the robot have to follow. So that's why I'm going to show you the following program after this, so that you can add this part into your sequence. Right. So it will follow until the car. Right. You don't know where is the car. The car is somewhere outside the apartment. So you need to follow until it says stop. Right. So the conversation, when the robot should start and when the robot should stop, everything is done verbally. So your TTS and SR have to be working. Okay. You have to have your TTS and SR working. Right. So you follow until the point. Okay. Then the person will tell the robot, say, okay, this is my car. Please stop here. Then the robot will stop, and then it will bring the bag out. Okay. So this is thank you very much and goodbye. Then you release the bag. Then the person will take the bag and leave. Right. So you will get this one. Okay. Then you follow the operator to outside of the arena and to the car. So which means if you can follow the first half, which is go out from the living room, you get 150, and you reach the car and you stop, you get another 150. Okay. So that's the thing. Okay. Then after that, you're supposed to re-enter into the arena. So once you reach the car outside, you pass the bag, then the robot's supposed to go back to the living room, the starting point, automatically. And this time what you need to do, you use your navigation. Okay, you use the navigation. You need to use your navigation to go back. And when re-entering, so if you able to enter the arena, you get 50 points. You're able to go back to the starting point, you get another 50 points.
And the same for pepper,
Yes,
but
the rules applies the same to Pepper.
because pepper
You cannot do the navigation.
yeah,
Actually, Pepper can do the navigation.
I automatically.
Because the team. Okay, so Pepper they have the at-home one, which is the SSPL. You all use ROS.
Okay.
So what you learn here, they apply the same technique for Pepper.
So they cheat.
Not cheated, it's correct.
Okay.
Because for SSPL, the rules is you have to use Pepper, but you can use any software. Okay, that's why nobody in at home when they are programming Pepper, nobody is using RoboCup. Nobody is using RoboCup. Everyone is using ROS. Okay, so that's why you learn this and it applies to everyone. Okay, right. So they use some. Yeah. So when you go back, so this is the point that you get. And if your sensors is sensitive enough, if you can detect some object, for example, when you go back, you can avoid. Just now remember I said like if you move halfway, then something blocked in front, it will be rough, right? So if you can do that, you can get additional bonus. Okay, so that one so basically this is for carry my luggage. So you can imagine those tools or functionality that I show you, many can be applied here. And all you need to do is just to assemble them together in sequence. Like first you talk, then after that you detect, then after that you do follower, then after that you do navigation. Can you see all this functionality I show you in the example? So you don't need to develop the example, no need to develop the functionality. All you need to do is just publish subscribe to stitch them together into an application. Okay, so all your job is publish subscribe so that after you do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this, then you do this. Right? Okay, remember. So you know. Right. So this is how teams in at-home education you can really very fast develop the robot and join the competition. Because you try to imagine for at-home people, they are building all this functionality by themselves from scratch, from zero, but they can have very good integration. So for you, because you don't have time to develop the functionality, so I give you the functionality, but you need to learn how to program to put them together. That is the part that you learn, and this thing can be done in the workshop. All right. Okay. So this is carry my luggage. So basically, you can see carry my luggage. The main task is follower and navigation. So it's a navigation task, right? So the second task is find my mates. Okay. So find my mates is basically I have two rooms, right? So the master. So for example, I'm doing a party, right? But the master is busy in the kitchen, right? So the master want to ask the robot, please go and see in the living room who have arrived. So the robot will move from the robot will say yes sir, then we'll move from the kitchen, go to the living room, right? So when you reach the living room, there will be 3 persons there, unknown. So the robot have to first detect where is the person, using the face detection, remember? So once you turn and hello,
Hello, Jeff.
I'll talk to you after this.
Yes.
Right, okay. Okay, right. So so you use the face, so you detect. So for example, you detect the person here, you know it's in the center, so you move in front. Then you talk to the person. Okay, so for example, detect a guest. Can you see detect a guest? So if you can use the face detection, get the bounding box of the face, you get 40 points. And this one can be done by the face detection, right? Then after that, move to the front of the guest. So you have to move your robot to the front of the guest. Then after that, you go back to the operator. So you are going to talk to the operator to get, the guest to get some information. Then after that, you are going to go back to the master, which is in the kitchen, to report. Right. So if you can go back, then you get the point, and you provide the guest location. Right. So provide the guest location means we will tell you, like in the living room, there are a few key points or key location. For example, in front of the TV, in front of the something, in front of something, in front of them. So when you detect the person and you move to that place, you know your location, your XY. So that one you can get from your navigation. So you can compare your XY with that location to see you near to the TV or you're near to the coffee table or something. Okay, so these are all, you can actually get this information from the example that I give you. Right. So then you provide description of a guest. For example, first you need to ask what is the guest name. Alex, whatever. We will have a predefined list of names, for example, 10 names, and randomly that person will be using one of the names. So you need to use your SR to hear what is the name and record now. So if you can get the name, then you get point. And description 1 and 2. This description is something like you remember yesterday, the interactive facial, that you can get gender, right? age, how to say, age range, 20 something, 30 something, right? And then you can say like, but the facial expression, basically you can get these two, but the rest, for example, like what is the hair color, what is the eye color, and whatever, that one you need to find your own way, like new functionality. Okay, but if you know how to use Web API, there are actually many tools that can help you. For example, what is the dress color, whether it's wearing a glass or not, and so on, right? So we can give like two description for each guest, then it's fine, right? So for the Find My Mates, basically you are going to report two person, two guests. Okay, right? Okay. So up to this point, any question? No? Okay, clear. Right. So lastly, receptionist. Receptionist is you have a party again. So the robot's supposed to answer the door. Answer the door means someone is approaching and then you knock the door, then you go to the door, you open up the door. Then you talk to the person, hi, you're joining this, welcome to blah, blah, blah. Then you talk to the person, okay, what's your name? And then please follow me to the living room. So the guest supposed to first, you're supposed to get the name of the guest. So same like the previous one, you have to talk to the guest to get the name. And you also need to ask like, what is your favorite drink? Because you want to serve the drink. Okay, so someone is approaching the door, your robot's supposed to move and then talk to, welcome to what party. Okay, may I know what is your name? And then the guest will say, okay, I'm Anthony. Right, welcome Anthony. So what is your favorite drink so that I can prepare the drink for you? Then it will say like Coke or coffee or whatever. Okay, then you remember these two information. Then you say, okay, please follow me to the living room. Then the robot will autonomously move to the living room, then the person will follow. So when it reach the living room, okay, it needs to introduce the guest name. So you do, okay, hi everyone, so please welcome Anthony. Right, this is one thing. And then you can tell the master that he would like to have a coffee. Right, okay? Right. Then after that, you're supposed to detect an empty seat and point face or face to the empty seat while offering. So then the next task is you're supposed to tell the person to sit on an empty seat. Okay. So for this one, what you can do is usually we will do like using face recognition because you know where's the chair, right? So you know where's the chair, so you will move to the chair and see if that location, do you have a face there? If without a face, then that means it's an empty chair, right? Then you can offer like, okay, so please sit over here. You can use the hand or you can use the robot to point to that location, and then you get the point. That's all. So you're supposed to introduce like two guests. Okay, so basically these are three tasks that will be tested for the at-home education next week challenge. Okay, you might not be able to finish all, it's fine, but I hope you can try to attend partially. Okay, partially. So you look at the score, for example, like, okay, I can do this too. I give up this too, it's fine. Let's just focus on this too. Focus on the score that you can do. Okay, so I already show you the score sheet, this is the score sheet. So see which one you can do, then you do it. For example, the follower you can do, you do the follower. The return to the arena you can do, you do the navigation. This one to ask the name, if you can do, ask the name. You cannot do the favorite ring, never mind, do the name. That's all. So do whichever that can give you the score, and you show me in the arena, you got the score. Okay, so that is what we expect from you for the right. Then we have final. For final, you are given 10 minutes. Okay, you can show any innovative idea or to solve some problem or challenges or some improvement. Okay, in the scope is in domestic robot application, service robot application. So for example, in your home, you want to like assist the elderly or take care of the children or emergency or so on. But this year is actually, the theme is about the emergency. So when emergency happens at home, what your robot can do. For example, like you can provide first aid, or you can contact the police or ambulance or whatever, right? So with this team, you try to think of what your robot or what some idea that you can help the situation as a service robot. Okay, so you think of this, then you present your idea and you do your robot demonstration. You show the people how this thing can be done with your robots. Okay, and this is what for the final presentation. Okay, and this afternoon, we want to hear a little bit about this. But it's okay, if you cannot think about this, you can think of how you want to solve the 3 tasks, it's fine. So this afternoon, every team will be given some time, and please come out and tell what you have learned and how you will incorporate what you have learned into solving one of this, and do some demonstration. You want to show the speech part, it's fine. You want to show the navigation part, it's fine. You want to show any part, it's fine. Is that okay? Everything clear? Right, so I have 2 teams here, right? So this team and this team, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you the content for this morning. Then after that, I will give you time to prepare for that. Is that okay? Any question? No question? All right, good. Okay, all right, let's go back to this. So I'll start from this. No, I want to show you the follower. Okay, so let me show you the follower first. Great. So for the follower, we have something here. This follower. Yeah, this one is the follower. People tracking. Okay. Right. So you have to bring down your robot to the ground. You don't want it to fall down. Okay. Unplug this. Put it down. Yeah, the same thing. Yes. Have you connected this robot? Yes. Yeah. Please handle your robot by yourself. Bring the robot down. Come on. Be more active. Please test this thing outside because here is very narrow. Okay. So all you need to do is first bring up. Okay. You run this first line. Can you run this first line first? Here. Run this one. The one with the keyboard. Please type. Yeah, you need an operator. Decide who is the operator. Or you can take turn to be the operator. Okay. Work together. Come on.
C'est une question.
Oh, yeah, wait. No, don't do this. Is that okay? Can you run this? So first, run the turtlebot, and you should hear the sound. Can you do it?
Yes.
Okay. No, you don't need the mic. It's already moving. Okay. Right. Oh, be careful. Stop. All right, if you want to stop, just press like this. Okay. Then you can carry and try outside. Then you just release this, then it will start to follow. And you should try. Go and try. Yeah, you can just take a photo, or you can just open this thing inside there. No. Come on.
You boosted the motors, no?
Sorry?
It's very quick. You
Oh,
boosted
yes. Try not to move too fast.
Yeah, she started to running.
Try not to go too fast. Walk slowly.
J'aurais besoin que tu m'envoies un truc.
Je peux terminer ça.
Ouais,
Finir
C'est urgent.
De quoi?
c'est pas urgent. Mais c'est le modèle 3D, tu sais, pour le waypoint que tu m'as envoyé.
Ouais.
Tu m'as envoyé le F3D, il me faut le F3Z.
Non. Rouge. Déjà, bouton rouge. Terminé. Est-ce que... D'accord, on va mettre une commande maintenant. Tu dis une fois le paramètre.
Non, non, le bouton, c'est tout le temps.
Ouais.
Pas trop vite.
Tu vois, gigabit. Maintenant, il le faut tout.
Mets-le devant toi, on lui donne le couleur, parce que la case, il le focus en fait. Tu vois.
Histoire de le recalculer de Vas-y.
C'est trop bien.
Nous, il démarre plus.
Ah.
So this is part of the, the follower. So you have to lead the robot to the car. Okay, yeah. So it is. Oh no, this is not the map. This is the follower. Yeah, the map will be after this. We will do the map. Yeah. And you can see there's actually at the third line, which is the reconfiguration. There are some parameters to actually fine tune the algorithm, how it follows. Because sometimes you can see. No. I mean, like, when for example, now, it might start, for example, like, it cannot enter this because this is too narrow, right? So the algorithm of this robot is, it will calculate, like, it will set a box in front. Okay, then it will calculate the volume, right? So if let's say your box is too big, when it comes here, then it will detect this thing. Then it cannot pass through. So you might want to reduce the box, which is the detection area, right? And this detection area you can modify from the configuration, the third line. Okay? But if you make this thing too small, when you follow someone, then it tends to lose the person. So how to make the balance, that's why you need to adjust according to your application. So just to show you that is the algorithm and so on. Yeah, me too, because that only you follow. As you can see, it's here, so you so you need to push it backwards. No. Yeah, yes. Do make it reverse, then only slowly turn. You cannot. Yeah, because I think the box is big, so you can detect. Am I just stop it, move it, and run it again? Yeah.
Après, peut-être, dedans, il n'y a pas grand-chose.
Il y a quoi?
Il y a un gyroscope, il y a une vingtaine de moteurs.
Ok.
Il y a des
C'est pas mal ça.
il y a quelques capteurs.
Ouais.
Et je crois qu'il n'y a pas grand-chose de plus. On avait regardé hier, il y avait une liste de 7 trucs en plus.
Windows 2 peut venir, je voudrais juste tester un truc. Dernière commande, troisième.
Mais c'est pas.
C'est juste pour changer les
Non, c'est pour changer les.
Paramètres de taille du cube, comme il disait,
Ouais,
ou
c'est
de.
C'est genre des paramètres du follow en fait. C'est pas qui ça charge, qui ça c'est pas ça charge le follow, tu vois, c'est.
C'est juste là, box que tu. C'est ça quoi.
Ça va.
Une box quoi.
And is it possible to upgrade or reduce the way, I don't know how to say,
Sorry.
the distance
Yes.
between the
Yes.
not the box,
You can set the distance.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's inside here.
Okay.
Bah, en fait, il y a tout.
There's
Wow.
the goal set. Yes, you can set from here.
Okay. Parce que là, des fois c'est bon, des fois c'est proche.
Yeah, so there are a few parameters that you can change the parameters
Okay, yeah.
from this. Change the behavior, how sensitive it follow you, and so on.
Can you specify the argument for the
Specify what?
parameter?
You just need to run this, then you can
Ouais,
see the
alors, il
parameters.
passera devant.
Run this.
Il passera devant.
Then you can see the parameters.
devant lui, et sauf que la box elle est trop grande par rapport à la porte. Du coup, il peut passer, il est pas là, il y a un. Du coup, il faut le porter sur le. Ça, les gens.
Sorry. Oh yeah. I think.
Ah ouais, je crois que la box il est déjà réglé. Il va passer la porte.
Et ça dépend du robot, c'est comment tu l'as configuré.
Ouais.
Yes.
Oh.
It's the same as all other RoboCup, like the line or whatever. You can only do put in and that's it. You cannot do touch it anymore. Yes. Right. So you have tested and you can see the behavior, right? But for example, like you pass through the door, tight corner, tight corridor, then the robot tends to stick to the wall, right? Or get attracted by the chair and so on. That is because of the detecting algorithm, right? So in order to change the algorithm, not to say adjust the algorithm, you can cross run this when it's running. You can do this cross run RQT configure. Inside there, they got a lot of parameters that you can adjust. For example, just now one question: can I change the distance the robot follow? Yes. Right. So if you type this thing out, you can see there's a goal. Goal X. Goal X. That is the distance. And also, can I, for example, reduce the size it see so that it don't for example, if you have very narrow door, then it cannot pass through because it see the door, it sense the door, then it stop there. You can reduce this. I think it's X value, so on. Yeah. So these are the parameters that you can see inside here. You can adjust to fine-tune the behavior of the following. Yeah, just run this and you can see what I meant just now. You can see the GUI. Can you get the GUI? You see the GUI?
The first one, the first to run.
You need this thing, and this thing. These three have to be. So if you get an error, you just Control C and run again. Is it okay?
Yes.
You got the configuration? Okay. Yeah. So you can see, you can change, you can select the follower. Can you see the follower? The last one, this one, select this one. Select this one. Yes, so you can see this. These are the parameters. For example, you want the distance, right? Is go Z. Can you see go Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the distance between the robot and the patient.
What is the unity for the
The unit, if I'm not mistaken, is in meter.
Là, on a tout.
Can you see the configuration, that thing?
Saccage de 35 sur 35.
Okay, just stop and run again. Just stop, then stop this, and run again. No. Control C. Control C. Okay. Control C. Stop everything. Right, so first, run this first. You need this first. Second, third. You run this first, it's not going to work, okay?
Mais tout au minimum.
Sachant que tu as des valeurs négatives.
C'est plus rien. Et quand t'avances vers fil, d'accord? Il y a quoi?
Du coup, sa taille, c'est moins 35 cm.
T'as dit quoi?
Et t'avances vers
Cross, run.
Ah.
J'ai le robot débile.
Yeah, then you select the follower.
Moi je bouge, je regarde.
Follower, last one.
Moi non plus.
So these are
Et
parameters.
là, c'est trop bien, c'est trop vite.
So can you see goal Z? Goal Z is
Avant,
the
si t'as pas
distance
de
between the robot and the human. Okay,
Ah,
and the unit, I think it's
Soit on est bête, soit on est mal.
Ah, frère.
En fait, si tu veux réduire,
Il est bien du duel.
So the rest is, for example, X is just
Après,
one.
je vais en-
Y, I think it's fine.
Et la
Y,
technique.
Y you need like
Ah,
something
j'ai
like
beaucoup de
this.
techniques.
Right. And Y, if you want to detect, for
C'est
example,
pire qu'on
children,
comprend.
you need to adjust the height. Yeah, you need to adjust. Right. Okay, so this is the so you can fine tune to make sure the robot can follow you smooth. Okay. Right. Any more question about follower? No question.
No.
No question. Okay. Right. I give you one more information. Right. So there is actually one code over here .py, you can use this code so that you can use voice command for the follower. Yeah, you need to integrate this. Okay, you integrate this, you open up later, you see when you want to do, you can open up this thing, you copy the code, put in your main code to control by voice. For example, follow me, then you will start following. Stop follow, then you will stop following. Right, so here is one, the start-stop service control. Okay, right. Okay, but this one, you do it when you have time, okay? Let's go to the navigation. Go to navigation. Okay, I want to go back to SLAM first because I want you to show me your slide. Okay, I want to refresh this. Okay. For you, you can do the SLAM yesterday. Remember, you do the SLAM by do the same thing. In fact, we can actually do the same thing in simulation. Okay, so if you go down the slide, we actually have this. So you run the Thunderbolt 2 in Gazebo, you run this. Okay, then you can do the SLAM. Right. This one. Can you see? It is basically the same command, but when you do the Gazebo, this one, you will have the environment and the robot in the Gazebo. Then you can actually do the telling up to drive the robot around, and then based on the obstacle, you can create the map. Just like how you do in real world. Okay, so we have the example as well. This one and this one. So if you have time, you can go through this. Okay, but now we want to do for the robot. Okay, so for the robot, yesterday you have done this, right? Remember this? Okay, so a few commands, because I saw your map, a few things that I want to say is like, if you want the map to be, how to say, clean, first, when you have free space like this, you don't want any dot in between. Okay, can you open up this, your map here? Right, if you go to your, how to say, yesterday maybe it's not here. Sorry, I think yesterday you saved here, right? Just a moment. Yeah, I think yesterday you saved your map here, right? Where is it? Navigation, yeah. I think yesterday you saved your map here. Okay, that's all. Right, you save your map here, right? Right. So home, Mustar, Capkin, maps. Can you go to this folder? Yeah, please go to this folder. Okay, and inside there, you should have two files.
C'est slash off, slash mustard, ça va tout donner un peu.
Go to this.
C'est bon.
Et après tu peux entrer. Tu restes sur Max.
Can you go to this folder? You can use the Explorer, File Explorer.
Yeah.
Okay, Home, Mustar, TWS, Maps. Just go to Home and then find the cat king. You know where's the cat king, right?
Oui, c'est l'extérieur.
We have been using the cat king like for the past 2 days. You saw? Are you in the
C'est
folder
toi, il est
now?
en droit.
Okay, so can you see test1.pgm and test1.yml? So that means you didn't save your file yesterday. Did you save your file? Save your map yesterday? Did you run this yesterday? So if you run this and you save successfully, you should have your map over there. You got?
Yes.
Okay, so you have two files, right?
Yeah.
One PGM and one YAML,
Yes.
right? You double click your PGM. Double click.
What? We do it in terminal, so we need to.
Yeah. So open up from there. You can just do here. Go to canteen. Maybe you want to plug a mouse.
That's good.
Ouais, mais après, faire sur le truc, sur le hub.
Give me the USB. Yeah, because the mouse is not very sensitive. I think this is better. You
Ça
got
peut le manger.
you got the file?
J'ai pris USB.
Il est pas bon, celui Baptiste.
C'est bon, j'ai.
Mais on va. Non.
USB, il est mort. Est-ce qu'il y a du bon?
C'est pas lui. Pas bon,
Yes.
We will start interviews I talked to you about. We'll start with Emil and Paris, and then we'll do Emil and you together,
Okay.
both of you. All the setup is prepared. We'll just come to
C'est
to the place.
Yes. You just tell me.
très bien.
Yeah.
Non.
And I had a question
C'est mieux photo et pas
for 10, 15 minutes.
On a bien.
Take one of these robots and one paper. I will tell them to wait and work together. You think it's possible?
Yeah. We can do the follower just now. Yeah, look interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Si, on fixe.
Ouais.
L'origine, les autres étudiants, donc ils sont sur paper, vont être interviewés. Miguel va vous interviewer aussi parce que vous avez fait paper.
Ok.
Ok. Nickel.
Yeah.
Je vous dirai vous chercher tout à l'heure.
Bah non.
Yeah. So later show them the follower, okay?
Je t'ai dit, il me fera interviewer.
When they do the shooting, show them the
Yeah.
follower, okay?
Yeah.
You know how to run the follower, right? Okay. Yes. So this is the map. Just make it bigger. Just make it bigger.
Bon, c'est ça, mais on veut.
Make it full screen. Show the map. Yes. Make it bigger. Yes. Enlarge. Zoom. Okay.
En fait,
Yeah. You don't have the map, right? You didn't save, right? Okay. Okay. So the map look like this. Maybe you if you want to have a
chemin
look.
les murs là-bas.
Yeah.
Ouais, mais
Okay.
c'est comme
Okay. Wait. Just leave it there. Just leave it there. I want to show to everyone. Right. So the map look like this, everyone. The map that you scanned yesterday look like this, right? If you still remember. Okay. So this one, you can see the wall and everything. Can you see? This is something like the map that they do.
They didn't say the map.
Yeah, it's okay. We will do again. All right. So let me explain. So when you save the map, you will get two files. One is called test1 or whatever name that you put in, .pgm, which is an image file. So this is an image file. You only have three colors: white, gray, and black. Right. So this is what we call the occupancy, 2D occupancy map. White color means free space, right? Black color means obstacle or wall or something, which is the black color means the robot cannot enter. White color means the robot can freely move. Gray color means unknown. Unknown means haven't scanned that part, right? So don't have information. So that's great. So what we want is like when you have the wall, we try to make it solid, right? We have obstacle, all these things. Can you see all these dots? There are chairs and tables, but why dot? Let me explain. Your robot height, the sensor is over here. So when it scans this, it cannot see this. it can only see this. So that's why you have the dot, dot, dot. So when you do post-processing, you're supposed to connect this dot into a table. All right? And the PGM is an image file. So you just need to use any image software. You open up, you darken. You just draw black line.
Okay.
Okay? And inside here, they already have installed one tool called GIMP, G-I-M-P. If you know the GIMP, it's the Linux version of Photoshop. Okay, you can open this thing. You can use the software inside here, the GIMP, open up this PGM file, and then you darken the dot to become your furniture. Okay, so any part that your sensor cannot scan, you can just draw a black color box, and it will know it is a no entry zone. All right, and also for the wall, you might want to thicken the wall and make it solid so that you know this is a wall you cannot pass. Because sometimes when you scan, some part maybe is not so obvious, right? So you want to do it. And those free space, you know this is free space, but maybe when you move, someone walk past. All right, or there are some obstacles that you get noisy, so there is a few dot there. This will affect, because if you have a few dot, the robot may think that I cannot pass. So you want to use the eraser to actually erase it. Okay? So that is what we call the post-processing. It's very important. You use the post-processing to basically make your map cleaner, reduce the noise, make the furniture, make the dot become a solid no entry zone for the tables, especially this kind of thing. Yeah, these are a lot. Okay, right. So you want to do that, and that's it. So this is what you're supposed to do. And if you try to change the file name, change the file to a different location, there's another file called YAML, right? So the YAML got a path that point to this. So if you change them, you need to update the path in the YAML file. So my advice is don't change anything. Just keep it as it is. So when you run it, it will work. All right? Okay? Okay. So now I want you to repeat this again and do a good map of the surrounding, at least this corridor from the end to this end. Because later on, I want you to try, can you move from this point or whatever inside this room to that point? Okay, and then from that point, come back. All right, so this is the objective that we're going to do. So I want to spend some time, make good map of this and this, and then after you have built the map, I will show you how to do the navigation. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to take turn, okay? Because building the map, I think it's very fast. So take turn to take a few try to see which map is better. Okay, different person try one, each person try once, okay? Right, okay, let's go. Yep. Yes, don't use the RGBD. Okay, because it gives you worse result. But you can try, you can see how bad is it. Yes. Yes?
For the
Question? Else you just follow this and move.
I test.
Yes, question?
yes, for the this robot for the RoboCup, the code use the point cloud directly or it creates the signal wall or
What is your question?
Attends.
Do you understand what you ask?
est-ce que pour les points de la RoboCup, c'est directement les nuages de points?
Did the robot work like dots? I don't know, say cloud dots.
Point cloud? Yes, point cloud. Yes.
Point cloud, yes.
The text data, just now you do the follower, is using point cloud. Yeah, but now we are using 2D. So it's not point cloud, it's just 2D laser scan.
Okay.
So now it's using laser scan. LiDAR is laser scan. Right, but RGBD, it gives you the point cloud.
Is it possible to take the screen,
Take this screen.
take the map, and
the map.
and put it in the simulator? simulator.
Yes, but you need to have the simulated, you need to have the virtual environment in the simulator first.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that's why I say, like I show you the example for the casino, right? You build the map in the virtual environment.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Get going. Hurry up. You don't have much time, so make sure you finish this. Then
Tu veux le faire?
you can start preparing for after this. Okay, this
En
will
gros,
be
tu
last.
dois juste lancer la
Regarde.
commande. La
deuxième.
non, où c'est marqué bizarre. La deuxième, c'est où c'est marqué
Yes,
bizarre.
get going.
Oui,
It's
oui.
cold here. Go up.
Oui.
Et après, non, ça.
Deux, troisième, ensuite.
Tu peux tout toucher avec les flèches. Tu veux faire?
C'est tout. Et que les flèches.
Oui.
Ensuite.
Quoi?
C'est pas les flèches, j'avais dit.
Yeah, get going before the battery run out. Okay, because you are not charging, so better move first.
Ah, mais ça, c'est marqué comment?
Ouais, et tu cherches.
Yeah, take turn to do the scan. Okay,
Oh,
everyone please experience how to do the scan, right? And see like who can actually make a good scan of the map. Remember, when you build the map, you should not move the robot. If you move, it will affect the order and your map will be wrong. When you start, it's supposed to move all the time. Not like this. Okay? So it is actually better if you start your robot at the starting position, not here. Start the robot outside.
En gros,
oui.
oui, il faut juste le start de robot, mais c'est la quatrième commande que tu vas lancer.
Est-ce que le point il est bien mis là? Est-ce que bon, c'est un
Start
start.
outside. Go, move.
Ouais, c'est bon.
Ouais, c'est bon ça.
Il y a un peu de souverain nouveau terminal.
Ouais, t'inquiète, déjà. Voilà.
Non, t'inquiète, c'est juste.
Ah, hi.
Vas-y, oula, mais je vais voir.
Si tu veux en prendre une photo, c'est dehors, tu te rapproches. C'est même plus marrant.
Ouais, ce que je fais.
Coach out. Coach out. Yeah, coach. Hi, just coach in here.
Et en plus, mec, il faudra que l'on encore. Prenez le robot.
Latte or baby? Omega is one. Do you want to drink something, Ricky? Coffee?
Coffee,
Latte?
tea.
Latte will do.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. That was like a simulation 的 map。
什么？
我在弄这个 simulation 的 map 有问题的 assessing 那个 map 是吧？
Pour la mettre un peu là, ensuite il y a un peu calme.
C'est tout ça qui m'a. Ah, normalement, ils sont en train de tourner le.
Attention, Amanda.
C'est là-bas qui va
Attention, ouais.
J'ai commencé, là, j'ai commencé en bas. Là, j'ai. Attends, j'ai pas marqué là. Là,
Is it okay?
Yes. I'm not sure that I understand for the RoboCup. I am with Mael or I am alone?
No, it's up to how you want to form your team. So it doesn't matter. So maybe you discuss with your teacher, supervisor, because if you want to join with Pepper and also open, then you need to send 2 teams, right? And you decide who will be in the team. Yeah.
We have one or 2 robots.
You have 1 robot. Yeah. Because you need more than 1 robot.
No. Just how many are available?
We got 1 Italian team say that they might need robot. They might. So I'm not sure. So I reserve 1 for them and another 1 for you.
Yes.
Oops.
The screen can block.
Yeah, because the battery is out,
Yes.
which means you need to charge. Charge the robot. I show you how to charge the robot. Come, bring you. This one you need to. The blue one is here. So yeah, the battery will out because yesterday you do the mapping and you didn't charge and everyone go home. Yes. Yeah. So you need it to charge. Yeah, so battery is something that you need dealing with real world. So you might want to let it charge and then do some post processing or whatever that. Oops. Yeah, the battery will last forever, so make sure it's charged. When you are not using, charge. And now it's loose, right? Because it's not power. If you on it, then it comes. Right? When you're not using it. To save power. If you want to charge, you're not going to do anything. Then it's better you shut down. It's better you shut down. You shut down, let it charge.
What I'm not sure is how will you connect different.
No, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we like yesterday to do the hi, hello, how are you, and fine. We just changed the XR and the TTS. But for different
Yes. So
when they are many, we have to.
So I show you the very basic example. So you have the TTS, right? One node. You have the SR, another node, right? Okay. So when you combine these two, okay, with a topic, basically SR will be oh no, it's better to do that. Okay, so this is the concept. So you publish this and you subscribe this, right? So for example, this is info, right? Okay, so this basically is the most basic form of communication, right? So when you detect, for example, like hello, how are you? So the Google will translate it into text and then send the input. Then this input will be subscribed by the TTS. You will read out. Okay, but you don't want. When I ask hello, how are you? You don't want to say hello, how are you? You want to say I'm fine. So you do your logic here, which is if hello, do what? Publish something. Publish what? I am fine. Exactly. So you publish this I'm fine, so I'm fine will be sent here and you will read that. Okay, so this one fine. Then now, for example, you want to take photo. Remember yesterday I showed you the take photo example. So I have another node which is the take photo. Right, and sub. Remember I give you the sub.
Yes.
Yeah, the sub means it actually wait for an instruction. So basically it's sub. Sub is like this. Right? Sub. So this one is the take photo topic. Right. So every time when you send a take photo message here, it will capture. Okay. But instead of you send manually, you create another publisher. So here you create one publisher to this, one publisher to this.
And here we can make
Yeah.
an if.
Yeah. Sorry.
If or
L if take photo, you will publish to take photo. Take photo.
Et comment ça marche? Parce que tu dis
Sorry. Yeah.
If we do pub, it's just
No.
send it to
This is not the correct syntax.
Okay.
Okay? The correct syntax, please follow the example. This is just a very simple to let you understand. This is not the syntax, don't follow the syntax. I just want to tell you the concept. So this is how you connect. For example, just now you want to detect a face. Okay? So we have another node that I showed you yesterday, face detection. Right? And face detection, remember, it actually published a lot of topic. Remember, yesterday I asked you to find one which is give you the faces. Faces will give you the X and Y. Right? Okay, so you have this. So all you need to do is subscribe this. Subscribe this. Get this value. When XY exists, if you didn't detect face, you don't have XY. So that is there's no face in front of the robot. But when this thing appears, that means someone is standing in front.
So if XY exists, SR take a picture and then.
No. It depends on what you want to do.
Yes,
It depends on what you do.
So when do we have to map all the open space and the?
It's up to you. I just want this part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just want this part. That part is fine.
Okay.
Okay, this part. That's this part.
Got it.
Yeah, after finish, bring back and charge your robot.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Right, okay, so instead of SR, okay, but you can use SR. So SR is like if, okay, maybe here is like else if, so you have another one, else if face. So that means you detected faces. If detected faces, then you publish, for example, like hello. Cool. So for example, so this one is like when someone appear, then the robot say hello. Right. So the condition and the action you define. The condition not always come from here. It can come from here, come from here.
It's to follow someone. If we say
Yeah, so yeah, so for example, you have another one which is I just showed you the follower. Okay, right? So the follower, remember I showed you just now about the start stop button, start and stop, right? So when if, so else if follow me. When you detect the SR say follow me, then you do this. Then you start follow. So this is how you assemble things together. It might be not so straightforward because this is something new. Okay, you never do things like this. The one in green are no. Yes. Red.
Seems like a function.
Yeah, you can consider as a function. So I already give you the function, so those are the examples. So, and I'll show you like, for example, how you want to use this. First, when you run, you do raw topic. See what are the topics that is useful. Then you subscribe to this topic and do whatever you want with the. So that's why until the end, we subscribe. These are all unsubscribed. There's no other thing. Then the rest is just like how you want to define what kind. So this is like an event. For example, you detect face, what you do. When you hear someone say follow me, what you do. When you do this and that, then what you do. So the robot will act according to the condition. Don't worry, it's a learning. Okay? Okay. And your teacher arranged you to join the competition is not to win or something, but for you to learn this.
We know.
Don't worry about like you cannot finish or anything. But once you learn this, next year maybe you will be very good. Right. Yeah. But this one, if without the competition, it's very hard for you to learn. This is something very important.
Because we are minor, there's no junior RoboCup and adult RoboCup.
We have two different rankings, right? So one is the overall one. So the overall, there's no major and junior difference. Okay, because even the university students when they join, they are also amateur like you. They never do anything before. So for at-home education, most of the things when they join, they are new team. Right? They don't have any experience. So no matter you're a high school student or you're a university, they don't have any experience. Right? So we have two types of ranking. One ranking is follow the junior and major. Another one is the overall. Right? So even the overall, everyone will be treated the same. But you still have the junior and major ranking. For the team. But it depends on number of teams because like we seems like don't have team other than you from junior.
Okay.
So we will see number of teams because we cannot give too much each. Too many ranking.
Ça commence, on est déjà lancé.
I want to join.
Yeah, you are the only junior team. Yeah, but yes. So don't worry, we will have two rankings. So you will still have your ranking in junior as long as you have enough team. Because sometimes we just don't have junior team. All are underrated. Yeah, and sometimes we have everyone in junior, nobody in major. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I don't know if you guys want sugar.
Yeah, I want sugar. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, so it depends on your charging, like if you feel like how fat is it? Almost flat.
Les gars, moi, 500, je joue à Fortnite. Hein. Je faisais rien d'autre.
Moi, absolument pas. Mais bon, ça, c'était noté pour nous. C'était noté pour ça.
Is it okay? Yours still got battery. Ah, yours is also left half.
Yeah.
So make sure you
I'm
charge it.
saving.
Yeah, save and charge it.
Yeah.
C'était il y a 2 ans que.
Ah, ok. C'est tout précis. Enfin, pour tout petit, on a pas de la machine.
Peut-être pas forcément.
Ça se perd pas.
En vrai, tu fais beaucoup de
Alright, so while you're waiting for it to charge, so I show you the autonomous navigation part. You save, have you saved?
Normally,
Save it and then put it on charge.
how do you know if it's safe?
C'est la partie.
Just now you see the file, right? You check if you have the new file.
Okay.
You check if you
Easy
have,
way.
yeah, if you have a new file, that means you already saved. You put test 2 or test 3 or whatever different name.
Même je te demande même pas. En fait, j'ai pas eu beaucoup.
Maths. Test 3, test 3, then?
No.
Not then, that means not yet.
2010, c'est chargé, par exemple.
C'est bien français des.
C'est vite, c'est vite.
Ça s'appelle pas forcément sur.
Oh,
Exactement,
thank
vous avez
you.
besoin de
So waiting for have you to do your.
Mais du coup, il va être conseillé
Tu vas mettre
plutôt un truc comme ça.
Là, you cannot find.
Là, tu vas sur mon truc.
Ouais, j'en ai vu.
Ah, mais t'as déjà fait.
Yeah, you stop the save and restart the another one.
T'as Windows, t'as fait droit. Tu vas acheter un ordinateur avec des
Ça va. J'ai des disques.
Oh,
Where's the map?
J'ai compris. Ça très lent.
Ok.
Mais je crois très bien.
Whatever you run this.
Je te demande. Tu vas faire.
I don't know where is the map. It's supposed to be here, right?
Yeah.
But where is it?
Bah, du coup, ce que tu veux faire, c'est VPN.
Put it on charge. Put it on charge. Yeah. Bring
Parce que lui,
it
il va
and
te
put it
dire,
on
si t'as
table.
besoin du tout, s'il y a des problèmes, il va pas t'aider.
I'll put it down here.
C'est bien, je suis c'est très sympathique.
This one.
Je vais faire un peu tout ça, mais je vais pour des.
This one.
Non, c'est juste.
Alright, okay, so let me
C'est la même
demonstrate
chose, ça
this.
limite. Mais bah, c'est ce que nous, on fait maintenant, c'est la manger. Et que tu
Okay, can I have everyone? So this one I can't do now, right? I don't know what's wrong. What happened to your map? Because your map seems like not appearing.
Ah, quasi. Ça arrive aussi.
Non, mais c'est vrai.
I don't know, but something's wrong with your map.
Mais tu es obligé de s'assurer. Parce qu'ils utilisent, et là, ils sont obligés d'utiliser le moteur parce que pour l'instant, c'est interface.
On peut très bien, c'est de fixe sans.
Can I have everyone please come in and sit down?
Il y a dans la tourne de toute façon, je crois.
Okay, I'm going to show you the next part, alright? So can you please take your seat? Right, okay, so you already have your map. Okay, the next thing is you want to do the navigation.
Ça va sauvegarder?
Si, ça peut marcher, ça peut se mettre.
Right, so go
C'est
to
vrai?
autonomous navigation,
Et t'as
okay?
aidé?
J'ai peur, je sais pas ce qu'il a fait.
Right, so for navigate, I'll skip all the thing. So this is the part for for the yes, AMCL. Okay. So just let's assume you already have the map ready. Okay, you have the map. Just now I show you the PGM, right? So that is the map, and then you have that and the YAML file ready. Okay, so now you have that ready. Okay, maybe this is not good. This username. Maybe I should show you this one. You get confused. Right, okay, so this one. And this time, you can use RGBD or LiDAR, whichever that is, you can try both because both are almost similar. Okay, usually I'll use the RGBD, in fact, not the LiDAR for AMCL localization. Okay, but you can try both and see which one give you better result. Okay, so this one is almost similar. So first, you bring up, you start your robot. Okay, then after that, you launch your AMCL. So AMCL is the program or the software for use to do navigation. Okay, so AMCL is basically adaptive multi-color localization. It's a localization algorithm, right? Then you start up your RVs, similar like when you build a map. Okay, and this set current position and go this. So to do the navigation, to do the autonomous navigation, there are actually two methods. One method is it's like when we do testing, we can give the goal position in the RVs terminal. So the RVs, for example, like when you run the RVs, you have the map, right? So you can click something and then you point to this part and say this is the goal position. Then the robot will move. Okay, but we do it manually. Usually we do this to verify our waypoint. Waypoint means you want to set this point, you want to set that point and that point, you want to check if it is correct. Then you click on and see if the robot really reached that destination. So when during checking and set our waypoint, we use this method. Okay, but in the competition or in operation, you want everything to be automatic. So you have to write the goal point in your source code. Okay, so when you want to write your goal point in the source code, you have to use another method, which is this one, source code implementation. Okay, so there are actually two ways to do this. This one is by using RVs, and then another one is by using source code implementation. Okay, right? Okay, so I show you how to do the first way first. Okay, this one. Right. Can I have a look on the map? Which map is better for your robot? Let me see. Oh no, not this one. This one. Yeah, I don't need this. Look on your map. Test 1 seems better. Test 2 is not good. Good. Test 2. Oh no, this is not. Okay, let's say we use this map. Okay, test 1. Okay. So now let me show you this. So ROS launch. ROS launch robot. We'll bring up. Okay. Okay, so this is the charm you want to hear when you start the robot. Okay. And after that, I will do this one. ROS launch Jupyter robot.
navigation, AMCL, then mode of launch, then map underscore file. Home star in underscore ws maps test1.ym.
C'est quoi le problème?
I hope so.
Là, il lance le programme, c'est pas juste avant, toi qu'on a fait un scan sur juste du couloir derrière.
Hmm.
Bah là, elle a fait bonne. Hein.
Okay, then after that was launch the toolbar. Harvey launcher view navigation dot launch. Right, so hope I got this. Right, okay. So not so good as you can see. The map. So I try to use a map and hopefully it works. Okay, so yeah, I want all of you to come in front here. Let me do the demonstration to show you. Yeah, please have a look while your robot is setting. So what I've done is I just follow this. I type the first one to bring up the robot. Then I load the AMCL with the map. Can you see? Map file something something. Okay, so you need to tell AMCL which map to use. Okay, so after you have scanned your map, you do post-processing, everything's done. You have to link your AMCL to your map. Okay, you need to make sure you select the correct map. Right. Then after that, you run your RVs so that you can see the map and control panel. Okay, now I want to use the RVs to set a location, starting location and ending location. Then it will start to do the navigation. Right. So for example, I bring the robot here. Okay, I hope it works. Okay, I say like, I'm not sure if this is a good position. Okay, maybe not here. So for example, like I make the robot outside here. For example, no, just stay there. Just stay there. So for example, I make the robot starting from there, okay? So I will say, I need to select, I need to select, so, yeah, come in front here. I need to tell RVs where is the starting position. Okay, so I select the set 2D post estimation. Okay, then you can see this is the starting, this is the position, right? Right, can you see?
Yeah.
Right, so I select this, and then I need to give the orientation, which is looking inside, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I release. Right, so now it's okay. Then I tell the robot to move to the goal, this one. Then I give somewhere there. For example, okay? I give, for example, here, right? Right? I see here. Maybe slightly here. So for example, here. And then look in front. Can you see? This one? So when I release, the robot will start to move. Do the path. You see, there's one line here. Okay, the robot is not moving because it's too noisy back. The map.
Est-ce que vous comprenez pas ce qu'il a fait?
Oui.
Ouais.
Et le robot, il peut se quitter vers là.
Okay, it's too bad.
En fait, il a fait d'abord un point de start, une orientation.
Okay, maybe this is not a good point. Let me go again. Mais du coup, genre la map elle est figée quoi.
La map, elle est figée. Bah, en fait, la map, il ne touchera pas. Par contre, lui, il sait où il est dans l'espace par rapport à sa position.
Ouais, mais si tu rajoutes la dot
Comment?
Si tu rajoutes la dot
Ah non, mais en fait, il regarde en continu quand même s'il y a des,
Ouais,
s'il y a des
ça.
trucs. Et là, justement, c'est ça le problème, c'est que il il y a un nuage de points, et autour de lui, donc là, il a l'impression qu'il y a du bruit, quoi.
Ok.
C'est pour ça que là, il a du mal à.
Parce que c'est comme si toi, tu fais ton leader et tu rajoutes une table de
Il vérifie un principe. En fait, il y a deux types de vérification. Il y a une vérification sécurité et une vérification qu'un peut pas faire.
Let me show you that. Right, so when I release, well, the robot moves. There. Okay, that is really too noisy. Then I tried it. Okay, I tried something very simple. I hope you will. Okay, so for example, I asked the robot to just move in front. I hope it will. Can you move? No, it's not moving. Okay, I tried the output LiDAR one. Output LiDAR. Okay, I use the output LiDAR. Okay, come, I use the output LiDAR one. I hope it works. Okay, I asked the robot to come to the front here. I hope it works. Yeah, okay, so now it works. Okay. So it tried to how to say, it tried to localize itself. So if you are too noisy, it cannot, it will say like, okay, yesterday I see some noise, but today I don't see the noise. So it cannot localize. So you need to, yeah, you need to really that. But basically, yeah, so you can see it works.
What's the range of the LiDAR can see?
Sorry.
The range the LiDAR can see. It's
The lighter can go to 10 meters.
10 meters? Okay.
No, no. Yeah. So this is how we do the navigation. So if let's say your map is good quality, it's supposed to.
En fait, nous, on a
C'est
nous, tu vois, on a défini en hauteur.
So, yes, right. Yeah. So you reach it. It's supposed to reach it.
Et ça, c'est exactement la même chose que ça. Sauf qu'il y a des flottations.
Okay. So,
Ça, c'est le cours d'avance, justement.
okay. So you see, so we come back here. Can you see? So okay, for example, I give another one. I ask the robot to go back with this. For example, like this corner. Okay. For example, I ask the robot to go there. Okay. Okay. So can you see what happens? So release. Then it should find a way there. And just now, when I tried the RGB, it don't work. So maybe you want to use the RGB. Yeah, because maybe yesterday we did the RGB right using the scans. So maybe.
Ouais, parce que là,
But you can see it always start there.
en fait,
Because that part.
pendant qu'il se déplace, il est en train de créer le chemin.
Yeah, then it got all this localized.
Et en fait, ce qui se passe, c'est que
So
en
that
fait,
is the.
il crée un chemin. Et en fait, il vérifie en même temps avec le DAS s'il n'y a pas de problème. Donc, ça veut dire dès qu'il.
Ah oui, c'est utilisé.
Oui, pardon.
Mais nous, on a eu beaucoup de problèmes justement, pas de mapping, mais de quand il se redéplace, la map elle est légèrement
Okay,
changée.
okay, yeah, you can see now, it finally reached there, and it's on.
Il se retrouve juste à commission.
Right.
Tu vois,
Okay, fine. So now, this is the first way, okay? Now I want to show you the second way. Don't move, everyone please come to me. Now I'm supposed to go behind. Right, so for the second way, you record down the next one. So there is everyone, can you see that the path is short here? So when you hit on this point, you move your cursor, can you see that actually value here that is up to date? Right? So for example, I want point in front of the nose. I put my cursor here, then there is this true value, 2.5, 2.3, 1.2, and 0.0 something. So this is X, Y, and Z. You know what Z because like Z is always 0. Okay, so you record down this X value and Y value for this position. For example, you want to ask the robot, please come to the front of this room 320. This is the X1. So you write this XY in your computer. You run the code. No matter where it starts, you come to this one. Right? So you should use this method to get serverless or you call it key data. And I will show you how to use the code inside. But this is how you get the XY. Got it? Yeah.
The script vers
The what?
le script vers
Yeah, please.
color chips quoi.
Sorry?
The script of the color.
The color is the potential field, which means like how far from the obstacle. Right. So that is just the algorithm. Okay, but I just want to charge so that the robot. Okay. So just now you saw how I do this, right? A 2D goal estimate to give the initial position with the direction and to give the goal position with the orientation, then it will move. It will find a path. You can see the line, and then it will start to move from the first point and slowly until the goal. So this is way number one. Way number two, this one. So you can see everything is the same, you run bring up, you do AMCL, you do RVs, but this, you don't click on RVs, but you run a code. Okay, and this code is here, over there. Right? So I want to show you this code. Mouse. I want to show you this code. I'm going to show you this code. GitHub. Okay, it's here. Right. Okay, this code is in your check-in inside there. Right. There is a script and there's a navigation.py. Yes. So you can see this code. So this is the code that you need to update. You can see there is a place where, okay, here, location AX, AY, and A theta. Okay? So when you position your robot in the position you want, you set up everything with RVs, you set the initial condition, everything done. Okay, now you want to go to your goal position. Okay, instead of press on RVs, you run this code, you launch and you launch this code. But before you can launch this code, you need to update this location A, the XY value, to the XY value that you want. The goal position XY. That's what I show you, right? If you want that point, that is -2 point something and -1 something. You write it here. XY, this is the location A is the target location. Theta is actually the orientation. Okay, this orientation when you start your your G mapping, that is 0, 0. Then I think it's following this direction in radian. So this is in radian. Okay, but you don't need to care this because now you just want to go to that point first. Right, later on you figure out this. So you put in this value, you do the same thing starting, then you launch, you run this file, the robot will similar like you press on the RVs, it will move to that point. This is how you do your navigation in code using programming. So for example, like in the carry my luggage, the robot will follow blah 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 and go out to the car, right? So you need to run your RVs and everything ready. When you go to the car, you tell the robot go back home or whatever. Then the home position is then the robot will move. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Question? Okay, try this. Try the first method and try the second method. Try the first method. The first method is very straightforward, just click on it. Okay? So when that is ready, you view the map, then you can try this. Okay? Alright, and that's all for the navigation. Okay? So do this.
Can I bring you to the interview?
Yep. Okay, let's go now.
Can we steal a robot for 10 minutes?
Yeah, you still from the
Ok.
Cadeau, faites le code.
Hop là. Cadeau. Salut.
Ah, bah cadeau, mais plus cadeau.
Je l'emprunte pour 10 minutes.
Okay, so you want to do your mapping and yeah, but take care of be careful of the cable.
On va aller avec.
Maybe you want to put your robot here in front. This is too far. Yep. Okay.
Attends, peut-être qu'on le déconnecte, non?
Do we need to disconnect?
No, yeah, we can bring this. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. I will just go to Amy.
On va aller voir à côté.
All right. So while I'm doing the interview, all you need to do is do this one, and then you can start thinking about this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Afternoon, what you want to present? Okay.
Attends, je vais passer. Ça va côté.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ah, il est cool. Ah ouais. C'est bien ce qu'il a fait.
C'est le truc le plus chiant.
Si, regarde, au début, tu commences par Ross Run. Ross, tu vois,
Ouais, tu vois,
il y a plein de trucs avec Ross.
Ah, mais il y a des.
Non, mais il a.
Bon, ça commence à.
Mais c'est quelle différence que ça?
Et ceci, si tu
Oui,
veux,
si tu envoies ça, il faut comment l'écran, c'est début. Je pense quelque chose de.
mais si tu veux activer les caméras, tu fais re-activer la caméra.
Bien sûr.
T'es magicien ou pas?
Rose, vol.
Sinon,
On voit c'est compléter la pièce.
pourquoi on a un robot dans une photo alors on peut pas.
France gagnée.
On a des bras,
Ouais, c'est- Effectivement, on peut simuler à la main, mais je suis pas sûr, mais je crois que c'est cool.
Et soit bien dans le pouvoir de faire le robot.
T'imagines le projet d'année avec une carte des États-Unis avec un robot.
Je dirais, je suis la clé du robot.
Est-ce qu'on peut cartographier un robot avec un robot?
Déjà, quand tu veux faire pour le 3D avec une caméra, tu peux reproduire un modèle d'espèce.
Sérieux?
Ouais. C'est basé sur le 3D, par exemple.
Ouais. Ah, mais dans la plante.
Non, mais t'as des modules que tu peux acheter à côté, et en gros, tu scannes un truc,
Ouais, ça,
genre une figurine comme ça,
Ah,
et
c'est
ça
marrant,
rentre dans
c'est
la 3D. Mais genre, ça te fait des modèles de ferme.
Ouais.
T'as toujours pas fait le 3D du truc de Kylian.
C'est pour ça que.
Faut que je fasse la petite pièce pour un flèche, parce que je peux toujours la faire.
Sérieux?
Mes parents m'ont fait une fille, mais genre, en fait, c'est la fenêtre ouverte, c'est pour que la vue, c'est des fesses comme ça.
Ah, oui.
T'as un truc brillant tous les deux, mais
Si tu fermes l'une, là, tu fermes pas l'autre.
pas fait, t'as pas envie.
Fun fact, j'ai des étudiants qui ont acheté en dernier pour le dernier iPhone parce qu'ils pouvaient justement. En fait, il y a une caméra.
Oui, t'as des. Je crois que
Ouais. La caméra 3D et permettait aussi de mesurer. J'aime pas les trucs, mais c'est pas du tout de mettre ça sur le téléphone.
c'est juste pas utile.
Ah.
C'est cher.
C'est pas
Mais
utile,
donc, c'est logique.
mais ce que je veux dire, c'est que.
C'est vrai qu'ils se sont fait chier avec le modèle là sur iOS.
Non, c'est même pas ça, c'est pire, c'est intégré à la caméra. Ils se sont embêtés à.
Ils se sont fait chier.
Maintenant, tu fais pas le robot.
Pour le professeur Mapine.
Attends, vous avez pas lancé.
Maintenant, on se met
Tu
allez,
peux
on
lancer à distance, t'es connecté à distance.
Après, c'est quoi du Bluetooth, du Wi-Fi, suivant ce que c'est, ça va peut-être pas ça entre les deux.
Bah, vas-y. Et qui adore ça, café.
Allez, à l'aveugle.
Ah, t'adores le café maintenant.
D'ailleurs, je l'ai goûté.
Attends, je suis à 4 minutes.
Je l'ai goûté, il y en a plus, tu sais, là-bas.
Non, c'était des Monster Juice, le truc était thérapeutique. C'est alterné à la caféine. Là.
Si, moi, genre, le seul truc, tu sais, la seule raison pour laquelle j'aime la Monster, c'est pour la collection du cannabis.
C'est sûr, c'est Venise. À la première cigarette, ça va le tour de Monster. Et les canettes, c'est trop bête.
Oui, mais ça, je ne renvoie pas, j'aime pas ça.
C'est pas bon. Pour lesquels vous avez le truc, c'était bon. Le truc, il est en rond.
C'est ça. Ouais.
Ah, c'est comme ça, t'en as
Ouais, c'est ça.
Oui,
C'est pour cette qualité.
ah oui, tu vois, c'est réveillé un peu.
Non,
Mais comment, là, ça, tu vois,
T'as pas besoin du code.
j'étais en vacances le 9.
Tu peux aller par exemple.
Ça va faire ça, j'ai.
J'ai rien dit.
Après, 0 sur 4 exos, donc alors 4 exos, il y a plus 4 points total. Bon, après, j'ai eu 18 QFT 2D, frère.
En vrai.
Non, c'est ça.
Et
Écoute, bah non, 18 QF 16, je peux avoir 0 partout, je te comprends.
En vrai, on mettrait pas dans une attrition avec cette
18 QF 16, c'est moi. Alors, je pense pour avoir le
attrition sur les épaules.
C'est justement que
Non, mais juste, là, ce qu'on a fait cette année, d'ailleurs, et là, c'est des marches,
Ça arrive.
des petites marches. Tu sais, des seuils, des portes, c'est des petites marches.
Et le sport, parce que le
On
sport.
avait une salle avec juste une marche devant la porte. Bah, avec un robot qui a des roues, bah, si tombe, et quand on était potes, ça marchait pas trop pour nous.
Les vents sont en l'air parce que j'ai vu.
Ok, devine combien j'ai eu, j'ai fait 12 cubes à skate à faire.
Dessus. Ouais, on a la carte, on peut mettre
Devine combien j'ai eu.
des inserts. Tu veux mettre la carte au-dessus de.
Non, non, c'est juste que genre, le licence, c'est que je portais 50
Tu
kilos
mets
en.
pour l'espace.
Avec les cuisses, j'ai fait 80. Là, je vois pas masse, après, je te jure. J'ai demandé, il a dit, tu veux ta musique, je dis,
Ça rentre
même
dans la
musique. Écoute-moi bien, je me suis pris une rafale par ma famille ce jour-là, j'étais vénère, j'ai fait 80 kilos. Oui, mes jambes de grenouille, frère. Après, je fais des squats, le tronc, voilà, c'est comme ça, la masse de 15 kilos.
mais ça t'apporte.
Et après, j'ai fait.
Après,
j'ai fait tirage impliqué.
qui sont intéressants.
Ouais, ça, je l'ai fait.
Et
Tirage
on voit
de
se
Ouais,
déplacer
j'ai eu
dans
la
ton droit.
tête, je fais le cœur.
Ou
Après,
peut-être
c'est
pas
vraiment
aller
c'est
avec
pour lequel j'ai eu un
dos.
c'est que moi,
Sans.
ouais, alors l'échauffement, le mien, c'est très
Tu
important.
d'accord avec moi, mais
Il y avait un seul mec,
par
un seul connard qui était en train de suivre, c'est avec une journée à sauter, c'était quoi? C'est pas pourquoi je dis que je flex. Alors, tu sais,
Il y a
moi j'étais comme ça.
des
Non,
épaules, d'accord.
non, non, toi j'étais comme ça, je fais.
Mais tu sais comment on la comporte ça, non?
Après, nous, c'était là.
Et je sais qu'on
Et tiens, moi, je
Ça va
sais
servir.
pas si je t'envoie.
d'avoir
La boxe, ça casse à la boxe.
de rester sur le même axe bête.
Tu dis c'est quoi, je
Ouais,
vais regarder.
en basket,
Les gars.
Vas-y, vas-y. Et
Tu peux pas axial,
Mais
c'est pour la même
Tu
couleur.
dis que t'allais faire en basket. Et t'allais faire en basket. Non, avec les cheveux.
Ouais, normalement, les salles sont plats.
Ok, il n'y aura pas de gel, tu dis que
J'ai pas fait.
dans
T'allais
ma
sur
page.
la course,
Je te lance.
Ah non, non, non.
Ah,
Moi,
non.
j'ai fait noter.
Ah,
Parce que j'ai. Parce que
non,
le
mais
changer de
à
débat,
cause
je
de
maintenant,
faire plusieurs cas.
Ouais, la première fois, j'ai ça. La première fois, j'ai fait un balai.
Ah, ok.
Déjà, dès qu'il y a une marche, on soulève la main, on fait une voix.
Et après, tu vas poser là.
Ça va? Non? Pourquoi tu leur dis non? Parce que leur ordinateur, genre, moi, je suis la seule qui défonçait et qui soutirait ça. J'ai fait du ça.
Normalement, c'est la
Et elle fait ma taille.
Oui, non, c'est plus simple, moi. Parce que moi, je suis grand, faut que je me comporte comme ça. Écoute-moi bien. Mon prof, il m'a dit un truc. Il m'a dit, t'as le niveau de professionnel. J'ai fait frérot, comment ça? J'avais pas fait de ma vie. Depuis quand, en fait, c'est mon pays, il m'a filmé. Tu sais, les ponts, ils savent qu'ils sont comme ça. Je fais pareil, j'ai fait le même mouvement.
Bah, c'est moi, je
Je t'ai dit dans cette
t'invite.
défaut, c'est genre, entre les, je sais pas, le coup, là. Sinon, genre, je fais dans le même mouvement comme ça.
J'étais la seule à mais c'est vrai que t'arrives sur le champ de boxe, ça veut dire en 10 pas et en 3 appuis. Toi, tu fais encore ça, et après tu sautes, tu vois.
Oui.
Là, c'est les gens. Frère, t'es à la gym ou quoi?
Je suis réveillé. Ouais, il a fait. Ouais, connasse! Écoute, moi, j'avais pas ça.
Genre, ils sautaient, ils avaient les deux pieds en avant comme as. Je les voyais, ils volaient. Ils faisaient genre 6 ou 7 mètres. Moi, je fais 3 mètres 50.
C'est un peu drôle, c'est ce que mon prof m'a dit. Il m'a dit, je suis pas. Pourquoi t'as fait comme d'avant? Genre, j'ai dit, c'est vraiment ce mec. Il a fait, ok, c'est quoi, fais un truc?
Il a un problème?
Test, non? J'ai genre testé après le bac. Genre, vraiment, c'était entre les deux sports, et là, j'ai fait. Il m'a filé.
D'ailleurs, c'est peut-être mieux.
17 mètres.
Ça prend moins de. T'as pas à faire les conditions. Et c'est plus simple que de voir.
17 mètres. Le record de la classe, c'était 14. Non, c'était le bac, c'était 14 mètres. Les mecs,
Coordonnées polaires,
j'ai
c'est
fait 17.
embêtant.
C'est-à-dire que je fais le bac.
Tu peux convertir des volets à cartésien?
Donc voilà, c'est facile. Je parle pour le. Donc, avec 4 coordonnées cartésiennes, parce qu'il faut faire des conversions. Puis, c'était 80
Ok.
donc 80 de coordonnées, plus 4, et ainsi de suite, chaque coordonnée.
Ok.
Donc c'est assez.
Non, c'est ça.
Coordonnées polaires, ça passe pour la masse, c'est déjà des coordonnées.
Tu fais genre.
Oui, tu
En
m'as dit
deux
que.
secondes en plus.
Ok.
Et après, il faut gérer
Je t'écoute, hein, je reproduis ça en même temps.
le mouvement du robot et t'as juste à ajuster les coordonnées.
C'est pas beau là, c'est pas c'est une orientation du coup.
Non, t'es sur lui, donc tu fais ça par rapport à l'origine, ça peut être pas problème.
Tu peux retrouver dans le.
Ah oui, et pour le basket.
Par rapport au déplacement du robot,
Je suis content que le basket, je la reprends à la fin. C'était pas final.
tu peux avoir un peu de
Moi, j'ai fait des dessins, des animés, des films, des séries, ce que tu veux. Vous êtes obligés qui sont. C'était grave, d'accord?
Non, on a
Lui, ça va jouer le gars là?
Pourquoi? Pour la seule action. Début du match. Là, ils arrivent dans
Non, il travaille
ils
pas,
arrivent
le
là.
gars.
Ils tentent de mettre un panier, ils louent. Je suis grand, là, j'ai laissé le pied. Je saute, je récupère la balle, je sprint. Et quand je dis sprint, j'avais grossi de ma vie et je me suis fait casser la gueule. Du coup, je sprint. Là, je vois, il y a un mec qui est devant moi. J'ai fait comment il a fait? Ouais. Là, maintenant, je prends l'œil, je vois que j'ai un pote.
On a gagné beaucoup par rapport à ça.
Là, je suis
Sur
comme ça. En fait, il attrape la balle. Puis là, vous voyez, c'est déjà fait. Il y arrive pas. Donc, j'ai un RoboCup. Une petite impulsion. C'est genre, je commence à
Parce que là, plus
panier.
dernier de coup,
Et là, c'est bon.
avoir comme de l'extérieur. En gros, pour déduire un mur de corps.
Ah, il y a deux mots qui en font.
Ouais,
Ouais.
ok. Et par exemple, vérifier l'angle entre les deux.
C'est bon.
Si c'est une colline.
C'était même pas grave, c'est que-
Les coordonnées, c'est en enfant. Mais c'est moins. Ça fait
Elle a dit,
moins
bah,
fort que les coordonnées.
Et
du coup, t'as fait ça,
mais
J'ai eu pour ça, mais aussi pour chaque fois qu'elle relève la tête, elle est au bout de sa vie.
En enfer, mais c'est sympa.
Ah oui, c'est ce qui est pris en plus 10 euros sur le dos. Hop. J'ai pas cette vidéo, tu es. Si, regarde. Il y avait tout le lycée. T'avais tout le lycée dans la cour.
Elle a mis son panier.
Oui, mais
Ça fait
c'était
la merde.
parce que c'était un panier qui apportait la victoire. Frère, ça faisait genre 45 minutes d'y jouer. Il avait tout le lycée en. Tu vois, on était genre. Je sais plus combien il y avait de lycée.
Attends, en gros, j'ai fait le dernier match de la journée pour le bac de basket. Donc là, déjà, je joue au début. Le prof, il dit tu changes pour une meuf. POV, c'était genre un match masculin. Les matchs masculins étaient faits. POV, on est passé de 2-0 à 2-8. De joke. Je partais aux toilettes une fois. Je partais pisser, je suis revenu, genre 2-8. J'ai fait, monsieur, genre, dégage là. Genre, vraiment, j'ai dit, monsieur, dégagez là. Genre, c'est. Non. Il a dit, moi, j'avoue, t'as raison. Il a fait sortir, je suis allé sur le terrain, c'est ma sélection. Et là, en fait, pourquoi il y avait autant de gueulés? Parce qu'en fait, t'avais gymnase, là, t'avais le terrain pour le badminton, et là, t'avais l'athlétisme. Ils étaient tous finis, sauf nous. Ils sont tous venus, le gymnase était rempli. Ils m'ont tous gueulé dessus. J'ai été acclamé par un lycée. C'est ma seule charge.
Est-ce que toi, t'avais des écureuils?
Non, mais j'avais un chat. Non, mais le chat, genre, il est venu avec une bague de maths, genre, une bague blanche de maths. C'est génial, il m'a donné des réponses. En fait, il y a ma mec qui a copié la reste avec les réponses dessus.
Tu te rappelles?
C'est comme le chat est comme avec les réponses, il est sur ma table. J'ai fait, bon, alors là, c'est drôle.
Tu te rappelles quand on n'avait pas longtemps de juillet au soleil, je t'ai dit que je devais choper avec la démarcation du masque. C'est quoi ça? J'avais fini cramer. J'étais en train de faire une initiation dans une école primaire de tennis. Il faisait 40 degrés à l'ombre. J'étais en plein cagnasse sans crème solaire, en débardeur noir.
On va s'appeler Cagnard.
Démarcation, frérot. Je suis rentrée chez moi, voilà, comme ça. C'est bien passé chez moi.
Maman,
J'ai enlevé mon masque.
Parce que.
Oh mon Dieu, j'ai encore oh, c'est ça,
Là, c'est vraiment POV moi au début, genre de 9 à 10, j'étais comme.
Allez, j'ai envie de vidéo ça.
C'est cringe, je peux le voir.
C'est cringe, je vais passer cringe.
Tu sais que je
C'est
m'en
mon ex, mais tu
fous.
sais, genre le truc il y a 2 semaines. Je t'ai dit, mon ex me disait,
Ah, bon.
frère, je ne comprends toujours pas ce qui s'est passé. C'est tout sauf mon style.
C'est nul. C'est nul.
Oui, mais moi, ça me cringe. Ça me cringe parce que je connais le contexte.
Bah, juste, genre, tu sens le truc, elle veut juste genre sauver sa tête sur son épaule.
Ça me cringe. Sa tête à lui me cringe.
Ah, dans ce sens-là, oui.
Oui, sa propre tête me cringe.
Ouais, genre.
C'est un peu cringe. C'est pas
Non, mais ça vraiment, ça me gêne. C'est cringe, ça me gêne. Oh, monsieur, c'est les jeunes qui disent ça pour vraiment, ça me gêne.
Oh, je pensais que j'avais supprimé.
C'est quoi combien quelle distance on a?
Putain, tu me fais penser ici, merde, par vache. Ma grosse pute d'ex. J'ai retrouvé des photos d'elle.
C'est avec qui t'as parlé par
Non, c'est le gros pute qui m'a genre trompé pendant 6 mois de relation à distance et qui m'a dit
Ouais.
grosse pute. D'habitude, je suis pas si énervé. Oui. Quoi?
Parle fort.
Ouais, frère, voilà.
Trop fort. Sois un peu plus. Trop.
Tu les caches.
Non, je l'ai pas caché, c'est aujourd'hui.
Mec, ma soeur, elle a eu son capes.
Non, je sais pas ce que c'est.
Elle a eu son diplôme.
Ah, il a
Le
rigolé.
premier diplôme. Et
Il
là,
a joué de la part de l'autre, ça ne pas.
elle avait son master, elle avait son capes, elle avait sur Paris. Et là, elle a son dernier épreuve d'agri-lundi.
C'est si ça.
Tellement le bordel dans sa vie.
Elle est plus de ça, je crois. Ça, c'est N2, je crois. Non. Enfin, si je compare la 2-3 plus 2. C'est ça qui me semblait.
J'ai vu
Ouais, je le vois déjà.
il faut habiter.
Tu sais,
Ça me fait personne, regarde les gueules. Qui va.
Ça fait le premier campus.
attends, appuie sur le
Non, nous devons être le
Alors, Michel, il est incroyable, Michel. Ah, c'est ma famille.
C'était juste une mail de pas j'en continue la vie.
Oh, ça passe pas mal. Ma grand-mère, et puis il faut voir le toit soleil.
Ça nous sera très grave des infos.
Ouais, j'ai choisi la charge.
Tu nous as enregistré. Tu vois. Oh putain, je regarde ça, en plus, c'est merci. En mode de mettez une rêve dans les commentaires. Sur le fait de dire j'ai voulu mettre, j'ai voulu continuer à mettre une rêve. Oh, il y avait trop. Moi, je n'avais tellement pas une question que j'ai.
C'est pas cassé les couilles hier soir sur mes gauches. Comme le blabla, on a tous un pote avec une super pote pour quelques mois. Dans cette année, on a tous une connaissance. On a tous un pote, même sur ses conseils, par rapport en série, on va mourir de rire. Ils êtes qui ça? Néo-féministe. On en a peur. Si, ils vont rigoler.
Ouais, sur.
Alors, toujours plus énorme. Elle a envie de me tuer. On est comme ça. Non, mais pas ça. Elle, tu vois, tu mettais des lunettes pour donner pour suivi.
J'ai des lunettes de base, des gens là.
Une personne qui fuit. Ça aurait pu décider de faire ça. Poisson. C'est lequel?
Je suis cancer.
C'est aussi.
Ah, de quoi tu parles de quoi?
Là, il y a le. Non, la clé. Je dirais qu'il y a genre. C'est astrologique.
Non, je sais pas, c'est.
Tu sais que déjà,
Et monsieur, il aime bien mettre des trucs bleus au milieu de sa clé.
ils sont spéciaux dans la physique.
Ça me fait courir, parce qu'on peut voir quand la cible part de signature.
Oui.
Non, la sphère, le dessin, c'est quelque chose.
Ah oui, ça va.
Soit je vois
Si, regarde, qu'est-ce que je te dis?
Soit je vois bien.
Ah, biscuit, c'est quoi
Il n'y a pas de vie, c'est
poisson, ouais, poisson, on va voir.
Biscuit.
Poisson, on va biscuit. Ah, on va voir, c'est le dessin,
Moi, c'est Ariel.
t'as raison, c'est un poisson de gueule.
Moi, c'est Ariel.
Faut pas, t'es là, je sais rien. Je peux le dire.
Oui, c'est moi. En fait, je regarde.
Non, vraiment, je suis trop tenté, je suis allé à l'école.
Ah, mais comment est-ce qu'il était?
Oui, vous avez j'arrive pas à le faire. Ah, on va les juge là. Quand ça fatigue. Très bien, ça me dormir, on va les juge quand même. Plus tu fais attention à elle, plus c'est différent. C'est égal. Plus je l'ai lu, plus ça va tout seul. C'était pas défoncé. J'avais juste picolé une bouteille de RoboCup tout seul à l'épaule. J'avais la pote qui m'a dit qu'il va réfléchir à ce que moi le minot.
Le distributeur, on va prendre les espèces.
Oui, on prend quasiment que les espèces. Ça s'appelle l'application, c'est que l'espèce, c'est pas grave.
Déjà, il va y avoir la grosse zone.
Voilà comment faire quoi.
Il y a 0 personne. Il y a un petit 0.
Pourquoi j'ai ça, moi? Mais frère, j'ai supprimé cette fou.
En même temps, c'est pas comme si là, il y avait quelque chose de
Non, mais maintenant, si tu veux, j'ai un truc vraiment prévu. Genre, mon ancien meilleur pote et genre sa meuf qui était dans le groupe de potes, tous, que j'ai fait se mettre ensemble. Et j'étais leur psychologue. Et genre, Théma, ça a duré un soir. Okay.
Des fois, ça arrive.
Ah, ça m'avait saoulé.
Je sais que
Est-ce que toi, je peux dire que tu es monté sur un éléphant
je suis pas posée sur
un éléphant, c'est plus gros et c'est plus facilement. C'est-à-dire, tu reconnais la voix? Non.
mais
Tu veux frère?
le plan.
Mon chat adore ça, je ne sais pas pourquoi.
Il fait à la porte.
Mais je fais il ouvre.
Tu fais le clé.
Il ouvre, ouais, il fait comme un secrétaire. C'est pas bon. Oui, c'est noté, j'ai pris c'est Leisty, c'est la Sénégal. J'ai que ses calvaires.
Il va dire après.
Ah, j'ai pas trop soin parce qu'en fait, quand on se prend pas, tu sais, quand on se prend pas, il n'y a pas de goût.
Ah, si, du tout.
Non, mais
Après, c'est bon.
une boisson trop froide, ça n'a pas de goût. Ah, d'accord. Merci, d'accord. Une boisson trop froide, ça n'a pas de goût.
Oh,
Mais trop froid, c'est juste un gel qui est sur la cellule.
J'ai trouvé un faux écran sur le
Ah, regarde la meuf que, tu sais, mon ex d'école primaire, là. C'est elle. Oui. C'est une jeune, non? On faisait des bisous sur le bureau. Oui, mais c'est le dessin de robot, quoi.
Oui. Bon.
Ouais, mais c'est vrai. Maintenant, tu dis qu'on a des commères, là, la petite fouine, là. Elle s'est levée que derrière moi pour regarder. Oh, c'est vrai, avec la portugaise. Non, je te raconte un peu l'histoire de ma prof de portugaise. Ma prof, madame portugaise. Elle s'appelle madame portugaise. En fait, ça s'appelle madame portugaise. Sauf qu'un cours, elle a pété. Elle a pas su nous gueuler dessus. Parce qu'elle était rouge de gêne. Du coup, après, elle s'est niqué sa réputation, ça s'appelle madame portugaise. C'est super bon.
Oh, j'ai décidé d'y
Vas-y, sors tout. Pourquoi j'ai ça? Pourquoi j'ai des trucs comme ça? Ma vie est si nulle que ça. Ah bah. Ah oui, oui, c'est possible. Bon, maintenant tu connais mon humour, maintenant. C'est un bug de fond d'écran, ça m'a fait rire. Viens quoi en fait? Pourquoi tu juges comme ça? Tu juges. Menteuse. Maintenant je veux pas être solide, je te rappelle, monsieur Tophet.
Ouais, alors je vais j'étais bien.
Quoi? Ça se voit.
2 semaines.
Ça se voit pas. Mais je te jure, j'étais genre fou, je sens dans l'or.
Mais bon, je suis dans la vue, j'ai encore la date.
Mais c'était il y a 4 ans. Il y a 5 ans. En 2018. Non, moi, ça, si. Monsieur Thomas, ça. Oh putain, le bracelet que je fais beau comme un jour. Et après, j'étais à la plage en Espagne et tout.
Moi, je me passe à la plage.
Putain, on est collier plutôt. Après, le collier était giga moche. En vrai, ça me fait pas pour ça. Tu sais, genre, j'ai vu. Il était gratuit. Il était gratuit, frère. Parce que ça faisait un style, genre sans faire, mais vraiment le roi de style de merde. Elle dit, je suis ouais, vas-y. Ouais, c'est ça. Ah, c'est ça. Mais non, je ne veux pas, attention. Je ne travaille pas.
Je vais voir ce qu'il fait.
On ne travaille pas, madame. C'est qui est en vacances depuis un mois? Pendant 21 jours, pardon.
Des adultes ont disparu.
Thomas, tu bloques avec nous. Thomas, tu bloques avec nous. Quel malheur. Tu sais, je t'entends quand tu l'emmènes. Bah non, je t'ai déjà parlé de mon tapis de souris. Mon tapis de souris chat. Si j'en ai parlé de ça juste pas. Je mon chat, c'est la vérité là. Elle est exaspérée, il y a quoi vous. Oh, mais je me déteste. J'étais comme ça à l'école, je j'étais un mec qui faisait full vidéo, full story. Je déteste quand ils font ça. Wow. Quand t'as de la chance, je te connais pas vraiment.
Oui, voilà, c'est ce que je dis.
Frère, mais si tu sautes, tu ne touches pas le menton. Est-ce qu'il peut. J'ai fait du judo. J'ai fait de la boxe, j'étais de main droite et KO. Je suis pas sûr, moi.
Je prends le train pour trouver un peu d'avant.
Je te demande de pas le faire. Je te demande pas comme ça. Ouais, c'est ça, ouais. Ouais.
En plus, j'ai acheté un billet avec un prix équivalent sur un trajet chinois.
J'ai jamais, j'étais si drôle à voir. C'est sûr? Genre, si je fais ça. Ouais, merci. Merci, merci.
T'as des. Ouais, c'était bien été.
J'ai essayé de le reconnecter parce que tu m'as dit qu'il y avait deux connexions qui se
Une bonne nouvelle, ça n'a absolument pas avancé.
J'espère que c'est bon.
Le deuxième, il est où déjà? Lequel?
Alors, tu as le Soudan.
Oui, c'est en bas, oui.
Là,
Ah, ok.
c'est le
Quelle bonne idée.
Bon, ouais, ça va peut-être dépasser le temps, non?
J'ai essayé de ça.
On va refaire.
Oh, c'est possible dans lequel je vais faire envoyer des fonctions dans le micro, je pense. Ou pas?
Ah oui,
Si on peut faire,
je suis un fan. Surtout Mado et.
Non, c'est juste mettre
Oui,
l'avant
t'es un fan.
sur une carte. Et oh, se débrouille après. Quand tu mets ça sur WhatsApp,
Pardon,
c'est bien, mais
Sache-le, je suis une grosse combien.
si tu peux mettre sur ton PC,
Demande.
tu peux mettre.
Bon, après, pas que non plus.
On va dire,
On sera pas les gosses de la rue.
Non, pour dire un leader, si tu voulais, quand meurt, tu peux filer les fonctions de.
Je fais le haut comme on fait, la gaz, je sais pas où, le c'est qu'on réalise. Un peu de haut, je vais pas, parce que avant j'avais bossé. Oui, je sais aussi. Oh, le magasin est ouvert. Oh, je vois un petit sandwich.
C'est l'une de vos trucs.
Quoi? Je pense que le magasin à Bordeaux, Béo, je connais pas. Vous avez quoi? Oh, la nulle.
C'est pas
C'est combien ça boxe?
C'est la boxe.
C'est cher, on se voit au pouce, le truc que tu verras, c'est 2 €.
Mais en fait,
Ouais,
mais c'est beaucoup que.
non, c'est 2 € ça va, c'est pas oui. Toi, t'as bien l'accent pour les autres. Je suis trop fort. Allez, j'ai gagné quoi, les gars? J'ai réussi à gagner un truc bien, le bracelet, ça dégage.
Si tu veux gagner un iPhone, tu peux le millionième utilisateur de
Ah oui, il y a des boulettes.
J'ai gagné un rap cher. Super.
Pourquoi il passe pas?
En fait, la dernière fois,
J'ai trouvé un pour débrouiller au prochain papier.
j'ai pas capté, je me suis rendu compte qu'il y a pas de temps dans le truc. Et je suis en achetant à la rédaction qui a toujours le même tarif. Elle m'a contrôlé juste avant l'arrêt. Et du coup, elle m'a fait finalement de 50 balles alors que j'avais
Voilà, réponse.
je pense avec tarif équivalent. Et j'ai payé 50 balles d'amende. Du coup, j'avais quand même acheté mes 2 billets. Et quand on a retourné dans ma caisse, il m'a dit 200 balles. Il est fou.
Oula.
C'est tard.
Voilà. Au milieu de journée. Ça va bien que j'avais de l'argent pour moi parce que sinon, je suis dans le plus, j'en ai dans 3 minutes. Parce que pas plus
Voilà,
d'argent.
enfin, c'est-à-dire qu'il est pas encore.
T'as vu
Ça, je vais mettre très cher.
le rôle sur le film de rentrée sur le train. Et il m'a envoyé un message, mon gros, je se compte sur ce truc.
Par contre, t'as vu le mail qu'ils nous ont envoyé avec l'heure à laquelle il faut y être avec porte F et tout?
Ah, j'ai pas
C'est
encore.
qu'on a rempli sur le web. J'ai vu, il n'était pas disponible. Il y a tout le monde qu'il faut le faire.
Ouais.
Autant pas faire de formulaire.
C'est pas disponible, tu viens
Elle veut faire ça, oui.
Parce qu'il faut y être genre à 10h30, c'est à prendre des expositions.
Et maintenant, je t'avais parlé genre d'une vidéo de moi qui fait genre c'est le vieux filtre Instagram de test de beauté de merde qui j'en sais pas.
Oui, tu m'avais dit. Moi,
Je veux voir.
j'ai encore de la
Je veux voir. Il est marqué 100%.
Ah ouais. J'en suis vanté pendant 1 seconde. Ah non. T'as vu la gueule du type? Elle aurait pu.
Ça va, si tout se passe bien.
Ça va.
Dernier jour. Vous êtes triste.
Ouais, je suis.
Il y a un menu à 5 €.
Je peux pas prolonger une 2 semaines.
Excusez-moi, reste en repas.
Vraiment de voir et en haut.
Non,
Toujours un veille,
Vous avez pas vu? Vous avez-
ça t'arrive, genre tu te dis vas-y j'en sais un peu plus longtemps que tu vois que en vrai j'ai envie de jouer.
il y a 0. Voilà.
Il y a personne? Il y a personne.
Eh ben, il y a 0. T'as quand même, je vais mettre le premier like.
Incroyable.
Dommage.
C'est quoi la chaîne? La chaîne.
Je sais pas, mais facilement.
On a pas encore.
Comment ça,
Live streaming.
Oh, t'économises 4 euros.
Mais
4 euros, t'en prends 2.
mes parents me demandent.
Ouais, non.
4 euros, t'économises. T'en prends 2. T'économises 8 euros, tu peux acheter une troisième.
C'est vrai, il y a le menu Spider-Man.
Waouh. Mange un béca, Niganto.
Attends, on regarde le prix parce que je crois que c'est
Non,
super cher.
je l'explique. Genre, tu vois, il y a les papiers. C'est en dessous, tu sais, sur le plateau. Il y a les papiers Spider-Man et du chez moi actuellement.
J'ai eu ce poster gratuit au cinéma.
Putain. Désolé. Mais.
C'est le truc que je voulais!
Mais comment ça, genre, tu l'as eu. Comment ça, tu l'as eu en poster?
Mais je suis allée voir au cinéma et on m'a donné le poster.
Mais t'as donné un enveloppe, c'est quoi?
Je suis arrivée 30 minutes en avance. On m'a dit oui, on a des petits problèmes de son. Du coup, tu vas aller vérifier si on a des problèmes de son. Et pour la peine, j'ai dit pourquoi elle me fait
J'ai juré, j'y vais à midi, alors que c'est à 15h. J'y vais samedi, j'y vais à midi.
J'ai 5 euros pile en plus. Alors, c'est une connexion mon truc d'Adobe.
Alors, je pense que t'as compris, je suis un grand fan de Spider-Man.
Toi, juste, tu te prends en photo, t'as vu ça, le scanner.
Tu vois, maintenant, les grands esprits se rencontrent. Fan de Spider-Man, fan de Spider-Man. Boum, Spider-Copain.
Je sais pas si c'est une bonne chose que tu avais chez les
Oui.
Tu calme avec les blagues là.
Ouais, les bonnes blagues.
Ils m'ont envoyé ça, je pense.
Non, les blagues les plus courtes sont les meilleures. quand même.
Et ton Neta, Marco, c'est quoi ça?
Taro est fatigué. Ah oui, moi aussi, j'ai cherché très longtemps, genre 2 minutes après, je savais pas.
Non, je dis de mettre à 2 euros.
Le problème, mes frères, mais ceux. Attends, il n'est pas derrière, ça suffit.
C'est
Je me casse.
notre boîte qui analyse.
C'est quoi?
Notre boîte est là,
Je m'en bats les couilles, c'est incroyable.
Et c'est les cartes.
Et écoute-moi, tu vois Marvel Snap? Tu vois le jeu Marvel Snap? Bon, c'est un jeu avec le personnage Marvel. J'y ai rejoué juste parce qu'il y a Spider-Man dedans. Il y a quoi? Je suis une merde.
Ouais, qui veut des nuggets?
Moi?
Tu vois, enfin, déjà. Pas de souci.
Alors là, ça va être du trade.
Tu as participé aux conférences? Enfin, aux conférences, au RoboCup?
C'est le top
Moi, je suis là que lundi et mardi. Je peux pas être là lundi la
C'est
semaine.
vrai qu'ils sont en tête.
Pourquoi t'es là?
Parce que. Mais du coup.
Pourquoi tu dis voilà moi?
Je
Ça,
sais.
c'est ça le téléphone.
Mais je pourrais l'utiliser.
Le profil,
Tu vas y aller?
ce scanner.
Conférence de RoboCup? Ou alors
Non, en fait, ça, c'est une carte.
Ah, puis c'est quand même frère.
Ah,
Attends, ça va être incroyable.
Ah, c'est juste le placement chez moi.
moi, je suis vieille. Hein.
Ouais, t'es vieille. Comme des dinosaures. Hein.
Ah, mais
Les Manosaurus. Et les Guillemosaures.
j'ai ça. En fait, pour mon anniversaire, j'ai un. Ah, mais j'ai un.
C'est quand ton
J'ai un
anniversaire?
truc. C'était
C'était hier.
il y a 2 jours.
Oui, c'est vrai. Maintenant,
Du coup, j'ai un centre de chauffeur.
le Manosaurus, le Guillemosaure.
On va en.
Ouais, les gars. Allez, ça part.
Après, je vais voir où est-ce qu'il est.
Mais non, on a envie d'être brassé.
Non,
Sinon, de la tenue industrielle, même si je l'ai dit. En plus, hier, j'avais pas ma bouffe.
Moi, j'ai ma bouffe là. J'ai des restes ce soir. Je pars demain matin.
Et tu me payes, je
Je
rentre.
vais prendre, je vais amener mon
Et
repas.
bah. Je ne vois pas de rêve, je suis à mi-aigleux, je te rappelle.
Et il y a des micros.
Ouais, moi, je pense.
Non, mais
C'est un gâteau. C'est un gâteau, mais bien gras, je crois.
Non, mais non, Brett Spatzel. Enfin, c'est la version bretonne.
Ah, Blaise Pascal, mais version breton.
C'est
C'est
tu veux ça?
Tu sais où c'est ou pas au moins?
Je vais trouver tous les.
Alors, t'expliques,
Je vais tous les chemins montent à Sainte-Catherine.
Non, alors non, c'est pas. Alors justement, c'est pas Sainte-Catherine. Jusqu'à
C'est ici que t'en as un, oui.
Alors, s'il y a des voitures brûlées et des. Ça fait penser pour les manifestations tout autour de Sainte-Catherine, c'était l'enfer. Ouais.
Du coup, on a été coupé dans la semaine.
Right, your robot is back.
Bon, c'est rapide,
Pas beaucoup. Right?
But yeah, it's thankful because and you know your ideology. I have the same. I'm teacher. I try to me to get a message. I created two introduction of robotics. Yeah, and it's a great honor for me, for us, for the students. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I think that is one of the reasons of the workshop. It's really to have people like you, and this platform can stay. SoftBank is, no, URG is very near.
Yeah,
It will provide you better.
that's
So you have the advantage.
Yeah, I think
You should use the advantage of that.
Jean-François will come. I will negotiate. Yeah,
He must have like millions of stuff that he has.
yeah. But he really wanted to increase with us. So
So yeah, really like the message is like I really hope that this thing will stay. For example, like they just started to learn.
yeah.
They just started to know, okay, so this is laws and so on. And I really hope like got some other activities that we can continue with. Or else they are be lost.
Is coming next?